Yes, people. How are we? How are we doing today? Yes, you know what time it is. It's Friday show again. And काफ़ी काफ़ी अच्छा लग रहा है यार आप सबसे मिल करके जो लोगों ने भी ज्वाइन किया फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग एंड अ लॉट हैज़ बीन डिस्कस्ड अबाउट दिस शो मुझे बहुत सारे लोग पर्सनली मैसेज भी कर रहे हैं कि दिस इज़ वन वन गुड शो दैट यू आर डूइंग कीप डूइंग इट एंड दैट इज़ व्हाट आई क्रेव फॉर द लव दैट आई गेट फ्रॉम ऑल द पीपल हु हैव सपोर्टेड मी एंड उसी नोट पे आज हम अपने 8th एपिसोड में आ गए हैं एंड आई डोंट नो ये कैसे हुआ मैंने कभी इतना लंबा प्लान भी नहीं किया था और आई थिंक दिस मार्क्स द कंप्लीशन ऑफ 2 months और मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है कि कंसिस्टेंटली हम लोग इस तरह के एपिसोड्स पुट कर पाए for all of you who are involved in this process and who has always been there to support me. आज uh, थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट वाइब होगा बिकॉज टुडे आज के गेस्ट भी स्पेशल है जैसे मेरे बाकी गेस्ट स्पेशल होते हैं बट आज के गेस्ट इसलिए स्पेशल है बिकॉज मेरे को इनसे अपने दादा जैसी फीलिंग आती है एकदम एल्डर ब्रदर फीलिंग आती है और वो सीन में भी एल्डर ब्रदर की तरह ही है ही इज द ओजी ऑफ द सीन इन टर्म्स ऑफ हिज नो हाउ इन टर्म्स ऑफ हिज नॉलेज हिज पर्सपेक्टिव एंड एवरीथिंग तो थोड़ी सी ब्रीफली उनके बारे में बता देता हूँ तो मोहित भैया हैं मोहित सूद और एज फेमसली वी कॉल हिम मो भाई बहुत ही ज़्यादा सपोर्टिव बहुत ही ज़्यादा अच्छे इंसान हैं आई मीन बहुत ज़्यादा वाइज हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ गिविंग लाइफ एडवाइजेज एंड एवरीथिंग और बहुत ही ज़्यादा अदरवाइज हैं when it comes to having football opinions and that too with respect to Manchester City तो ज़्यादा टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करते हैं सीधे मो भाई को इंट्रोड्यूस करते हैं और फिर उनसे बातें करते हैं यस मो भाई हाउ आर
हेलो
वी डूइंग
हेलो
हाउ आर यू
हेलो
डूइंग
यार मैं ये सोच ही रहा था कि मैं कब ये सीरीज में इनवाइट होऊंगा कि होऊंगा भी कि नहीं पता नहीं बट
नहीं नहीं
अच्छा अच्छा
ऐसे
हुआ
नहीं
यार
है
when you said भाई I thought actually I mean दादा I thought actually दादा but then you was like नहीं भाई की फीलिंग आ गई ओके ओ सेंस फिर ठीक है ऐसे कितना भी बुढ़ा नहीं हुआ बट
नहीं नॉट इन टर्म्स ऑफ बुड्ढा भाई बुड्ढा बिकॉज आई टेल यू बिकॉज वो भी मेरे आपको मैंने बताया था मेरे दादा भी यूनाइटेड फैन है एंड
या
वो भी आप ही की तरह एकदम नॉन सेंसिकल है इन टर्म्स ऑफ हेटिंग सिटी और वो मुझे ही कीप्स रिमाइंडिंग मी दैट यू आर स्टिल द नॉइजी नेबर यू आर स्टिल द लिटिल सिटी दैट वी हैड अक्रॉस द टाउन तो आप भी कुछ वैसे ही हो बिकॉज जब भी मेरा आपसे एनकाउंटर होता है आप हमेशा मुझे ये बात जरूर याद दिलाते हो हाउ आर स्टेडियम इज एम्प्टी and how everything that we have achieved is because of the oil money which you guys would have worked for by the way but आज वो शो नहीं है कि हम एक दूसरे को रोस्ट करें आज मैं आपको यहाँ पर इसलिए लेके आया हूँ भाई क्योंकि बिकॉज आई हैव अ मैसिव respect for you in terms of how you conduct yourself in the content arena I mean पहली बात तो भाई आप हो इंटेलेक्चुअल तो वो दिखता है बट उससे भी बड़ा आपका दिल है क्योंकि आप हर वक्त हम जैसे लोगों को हम जैसे भाई आई मीन जो बहुत ही ज्यादा न्यू है यू हैव ऑलवेज प्रमोटेड अस without even asking for anything in return and that is why I really like you bhai I really love you for that and जब भी कुछ जरूरत होती है whenever I need someone या मुझे कुछ शेयर कराना होता है आई कैन डायरेक्टली अप्रोच यू एंड आस्क यू मोबाइल डिस्कॉर्ड में ये कर दें डिस्कॉर्ड में वो कर दें यू ऑलवेज बीन लाइक दैट कि हाँ प्लीज कर दे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है एंड बस आई जस्ट वांट टू क्विकली बिफोर मोबाइल हैज इट से आई जस्ट क्विकली वांट टू शेयर दिस लिटिल स्टोरी कि मोबाइल का आज थोड़ा सा टाइम का क्रंच था but he still made time for me and that is why I appreciate and love who he is and I'm so glad that Mobai could come to this beautiful concept that we are trying and be part of the journey that we're embarking on Mobai yeah
Yeah, very, very nice series, to be honest. This is. And the reason why I made time was, first of all, I enjoy Piyush's company, amazing content that he makes. And also, yeah, like, to be honest, I feel we started, YouTube very late. All right. When I say very late, I'll be 38 this December. And I feel कि वो ही डर रहता था कि what will people say when you put content on YouTube, will people actually look at us or they'll make fun of us, ये सब फट्टूगिरी में हम लोग रह गए. And that is why, and to be honest, when we joined in from the first collab that we did with Harjot Bhai, if you know Harjot Bhai from Sports with
yes
Sardar ji, now Dugout Dost, from there till even Mohak Bhai, who is the pinnacle of United content in India. Everyone has been quite open, and we've done multiple collabs now. KV ho gaya, KV to bhai jaisa hai. Like, I think
Yeah.
I call KV, and now you also, like my younger brothers who are stupid, who don't follow United. But
It is because of elder brothers like you that we don't follow United, by the
मेरे
way,
मेरे
bhai.
अब मेरे इतने सारे छोटे भाई हैं जो इडियट्स हैं, जो आर्सेनल फॉलो करते हैं, जो सिटी फॉलो करते हैं. बट but yeah, like, the YouTube community has been so open to me, and I was like, like, I remember like a month back, defective Yash, defective
Yeah,
ऐसे very very good content he also makes
yeah,
very well. He started when he sent me that message, that, could you please collab with me, or, and I showed it to my wife, okay, and she was like, you must do this, like, you must do this, because you also were in the same position. I was like, I definitely was, and I would never say no to anyone, but obviously I have to see the effort. So I saw his channel, I went there, I saw that he's putting up content. Otherwise, some people just for the sake of it, they're like, चलो collapse करते ऐसा नहीं, you have to put in the hours. And and I saw that he's doing that. And Piyush, yeah, तुम लोग का, the way you articulate things, I was like, bro, you have to push good content. And that is why, I never say no to anyone, first of all, and definitely not to you, bhai. All right.
Arey,
I
I
only
am glad,
I
Mo bhai.
I only question your life choices, not
It is
not,
because of you. I told you it is because of likes of you and Dada that I didn't support United, and it is such a travesty. I'm going to admit it, Mo bhai. I mean, seeing United play in 07, 08 when Ronaldo was at the peak of his powers,
yeah.
I feel very sad that at that point of time I was only hooked to United. But it
Hmm.
is because of morons like you and my elder brother who have made my life miserable that I had to hate United. And it was
Yeah.
2013, 2011, 2012 when that famous 6-1 happened, and it is only then I got empowered कि यार हम भी हरा
Hmm.
सकते हैं. And that is when I fell in love with David Silva, and then the rest is history. But Mumbai, very interesting that आपने थोड़ी सी बात टच भी की उस बात पे कि
Hmm.
at some point of your life you kind of addressed it that आप लोगों ने बहुत लेट स्टार्ट किया, and that has been the theme for me as well, so I relate to that sentiment. But
Hmm.
फिर भी Mobile, I really want to get into the head of FBX as to how it originated, who were the pioneers, and what was the one thing that drove you to come onto the camera and speak the way you do and have fun the way you guys do it. If you can briefly explain the backstory.
So the thing is that, if and some of the episodes that we did pehle, right, they are so frantic, and they are so, how do you say, unfiltered, that we could get banned if people listen to them, like, and report them. Because कैसा है ना कि हम लोग जितने भी लोग, मतलब, so the OG FPX panel, so when we recorded our first episode, it was just like, 10 people coming on stream, and we just discussed each other. और हम लोग है ना एक दूसरे को 10-12 सालों से जानते हैं, and we've been watching football together, making fun of each other together. So all this started, so I am into gaming. I
Yeah,
mean, not anymore, I don't get the time, but whenever I can squeeze some time here and there, you must have seen me gaming as well on my
yeah,
channel, right? So whenever I can squeeze some time, I'll definitely do that. So I was into gaming like 10-15 years back when I had the time or whatnot. I used to play CS, Dota, or whatnot. So I made a lot of friends like that, and one group of friends from that gaming scene, and they were all online. I did not meet a lot of people, even though Ahmedabad में भी मेरे थोड़े school friends हैं जो FPX में हैं. जैसे आर्शन है, आर्शन लिवरपूल fan.
yeah,
He is also from Ahmedabad. So one of us, they're like, "Are you into football?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm a diehard United fan." So there was a separate group called FPX, all right, a
yeah,
WhatsApp group where they
yeah.
added me, and this was 10 years back. एंड
Oh,
हम लोग वहां पर, जो आप अभी यूट्यूब पे देखते हो, वी वर दैट फ्रैंटिक विद ईच अदर ऑन दैट, लाइक, वी वर अनफिल्टर्ड. हम लोग एक दूसरे को गाली देते थे, ये करते थे, वो करते थे. देयर वर मल्टीपल टाइम्स व्हेन वी लेफ्ट द ग्रुप, वापस लोगों ने ऐड किया, फिर सॉरी बोला कि यार ये बैंटर है, क्या है, व्हाटएवर व्हाटएवर. सो वी नो दैट्स व्हाई द केमिस्ट्री बिटवीन मी, वरुण एंड राहुल is so unfiltered because we know each other for that long. And
True.
you won't see that anywhere else. Like अगर हम लोग किसी गेस्ट को बुलाएंगे तो हम लोग शायद थोड़ी उनकी रिस्पेक्ट से कुछ ना बोले ज्यादा, लेकिन हम लोग एक दूसरे को तो जीरो रिस्पेक्ट देते हैं.
That is so
like
true. That is so true.
like because it is all banter. It's like it's all good at the end of the day. And we all know that this is just for kicks and nothing else. We love each other's club, and we hate each other's clubs to the core.
That is so. That is
So
such a nice way to put it. And I just quickly want to share this little beautiful story that Mo bhai, just to add on whatever he said. तो भाई जिसको नहीं पता, I mean Mo bhai, Varun bhai and Rahul bhai, they have this channel called Football Banter X. But that channel is not limited to these three people. उस चैनल में बहुत अच्छे अच्छे लोग हैं जो यूजुअली नहीं आते, बट दे आर इक्वली पार्टिसिपेटिंग, दे आर देयर, दे प्रमोटिंग. एंड ये इनका इतना बढ़िया सा ब्रदरहुड है, इतनी इतनी स्ट्रॉन्ग कम्युनिटी है, एंड दे हैव सो मच डाइवर्सिटी इन दैट कम्युनिटी. आपको हर टाइप के फैन वहां मिल जाएंगे, और दे डोंट गिव any shits about anybody else. जब भी कोई अगर if United is suffering, they let Mo Bhai know that you are suffering. If Arsenal is suffering, they मतलब वरुण भाई उनके छोटे भाई हैं, but he never मतलब उनकी sympathy नहीं है बिल्कुल भी उनके अंदर. And similar goes to with Rahul bhai and Arshin bhai, and even Orbit is here, and there are so many people. If I'm forgetting some of them, Neil bhai is there. I mean KV bhai now added to it as well. KV bhai का अलग flair है. But what I enjoy the most about Mo Bhai and FBX is they are unfiltered, as he said. भाई उन्हें नहीं फर्क पड़ता कि दुनिया क्या सोचती है. व्हाट दे डू इज दे एंजॉय देयर कंपनी, दे पुट आउट कंटेंट द वे दे वांट टू पुट इट. ऐसा नहीं है कि यार ये किसी को पसंद नहीं आएगा तो हम ये नहीं करते हैं, वो पसंद आएगा तो वो करते हैं. दे आर नेवर प्रिटेंशियस, एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई ग्रेविटेटेड टुवर्ड्स देम. मैं सच बताऊंगा, मेरा उनकी तरफ जो अट्रैक्शन है, उस ग्रुप की तरफ, उस कम्युनिटी के टुवर्ड्स, उसके पीछे सबसे बड़ा रीजन ये कि सब के सब बड़े ऑनेस्ट और अनफिल्टर्ड हैं. दिल स्पीक, जो भी उनके दिमाग में होगा आपके मुंह पे बोल देंगे उसी मोमेंट पे. दे डोंट शाई अवे फ्रॉम सेइंग देयर हार्ट आउट, एंड दैट इज वेरी रेयर, जबकि ऐसा होना नहीं चाहिए, बट इस क्लाइमेट में दिस इज वेरी रेयर, एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई ग्रेविटेट टुवर्ड्स एफबीएक्स. तो या एग्जैक्टली, बाकी सब तो होंगे, बट ऑन दैट नोट यार, जो लोग भी यहाँ जुड़े हुए हैं, आई एम गोइंग टू टेक एवरीबॉडीज मैसेजेस एज वेल, बट उसके पहले प्लीज टाइटल में जाकर के आप यू कैन गो अहेड एंड सब्सक्राइब टू एफबीएक्स. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इसलिए सब्सक्राइब करिए बिकॉज दे बिल्ड अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल कम्युनिटी देयर. बट भाई उनको 1000 कराना है हमको जल्दी से जल्दी. मैं तो ये तो बोल रहा हूँ इसी साल चाहिए. नवंबर खत्म हो रहा है, दिसंबर खत्म होने के पहले 1000 पहुंचा दो उनको. जो जितना भी सपोर्ट कर सकते हो प्लीज करो, बिकॉज एवरीबडी इज डूइंग एवरीथिंग इन देयर पावर टू ग्रो. तो प्लीज हेल्प करिए, प्लीज गो चेक आउट, सब्सक्राइब, लाइक देयर कंटेंट. और वो बहुत ब्यूटीफुल कॉन्सेप्ट्स लेके आते हैं और बहुत इंगेजिंग डिबेट वाली कॉन्सेप्ट्स होते हैं. तो प्लीज आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू स्पॉइल यू कि वो क्या कंटेंट बनाते हैं. आप जरूर जाके पहले चेकआउट करिए, देन यू कैन कम बैक हियर. नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू टेक फ्यू मैसेजेस बिफोर वी मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट सेगमेंट. तो बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो मो भाई से आज मिलना चाहते थे. सिक्सर वाज हियर, दिस इज गोइंग टू बी फायर. यस यस, अब मजा आएगा ना बीडू. अंकुर इज हियर. हेलो अंकुर. ये यूनाइटेड फैंस के नंबर खुशबू ज्यादा नहीं हो रहे. खुशबू, अच्छा ओके, यू मीन कुछ ज्यादा नहीं हो रहे. अगवेरो, हाँ भाई पता है, दिस इज टर्निंग आउट टू बी यूनाइटेड शो रादर देन फ्राइडे शो. सो ऐश भाई वाज हियर, शशि भाई वाज हियर, फीला रेक्स वाज हियर, मो भाई इज हियर. आई थिंक वन मोर यूनाइटेड फैन आई हैड, ध्रुव भाई वाज हियर. तो
Drew, I was
आठ में
here.
से 5 तो यूनाइटेड फैन थे. दैट इज अ नाइस कैच बाय द वे अगवेरो. आई डिडंट थिंक लाइक दैट. मचा रहे हो. थैंक यू सो मच रितिन भाई फॉर कमिंग. या अगवेरो, पीयूष भाई, ब्लिंक ट्वाइस इफ यू आर इन ड्यूरेस. ये लीजिए, मैं 2 बार ब्लिंक कर देता हूँ, बट आई एम नॉट इन ड्यूरेस बिकॉज आई एम सेफ कस्टडी. अंकुर, जस्टिस फॉर टॉप फैन सिस्टम. देखो मुझे नहीं पता कि ये क्या नंबरिंग का सिस्टम है, बट आई एम श्योर आप मेरे फर्स्ट नंबर पे हो. मेरे लिए आप फर्स्ट हो, और नंबर्स कुछ भी हो सकते हैं. अंकुर भाई नंबर 1 फैन तो आज आप ही हैं. हाँ एग्जैक्टली. अंकुर भाई आपकी बहुत तारीफ करते हैं. ओके, दीज मैसेज आर नॉट रेलेवेंट बाय द वे. मैं थोड़ा आगे आ जाता हूँ. दिव्य इज हियर. यस हेलो दिव्य. guys please don't forget to like the stream. thank you so much Ankur for the plug-in. love या क्या आज अपन सबसे इंटेलिजेंट बनेगा. नहीं उसकी जरूरत नहीं है. आज तो बिल्कुल एकदम बैंटर मोड में रहना है ग्वेरो. वी डोंट हैव वी हैव टू रिमाइंड देम 9320. बस ये नहीं छोड़ना है हम लोग को आज. 100% रितिन भाई इज ही. अच्छा, ऑर्बिट इज आस्किंग इज ही वाइज. बता दो भाई मो भाई, आप हो वाइज कि नहीं?
Orbit. I sometimes question, myself, and Orbit questions me. But yeah, my wife wouldn't definitely agree with Orbit. But yeah.
Okay, Sixer came back. नहीं कह सकते नॉइजी नेबर्स वाइज ओ वाइज भाई सिटी हैव द डिस्टिंक्शन टू relegate United from English league and killer goal scored by one of United's Trinity Dennis Law who played for City. That is true, but even not even that Dennis Law movement. Yeah, Charles. First of all, thank you for coming. There are so
Yeah.
many moments where we have reminded them that we are not the noisy neighbors anymore. Content is great, Piyush bhai. Kudos to you and all your guests. Thank you so much, Charles. Yeah, I mean, I really appreciate that comment. फैक्ट्स पता नहीं किस बारे में आप फैक्ट्स बोल रहे हो सिक्सर इफ यू कैन क्लैरिफाई यहाँ पे मैं ही निकल गया हूँ गाइस प्लीज लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब टू द होस्ट एज वेल एज गेस्ट फॉर
Thank you.
stimulating and fun content. Thank you so much, Ankur. Thank you so much. Another Friday, another great episode. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you so much. 100% agree, Mo Bhai, on the last point that the content by Piyush Bhai is too good to be not seen by many. I have said that same to him multiple times. He's
Yeah.
reluctant in self. No, I wouldn't say I am reluctant, Ankur Bhai. I mean, I really appreciate when it comes from people who know me and who understand what I'm trying to put out here. I know
Hmm.
numbers are going to come eventually. That is a journey, and I'm ready to go into those hard yards and do the stuff. But ये जो चीज अभी what we are doing ना, ये मैं शायद तब ना कर पाऊँ. तो I kind of enjoy this more कि मेरे अपने लोग हैं, they are coming here, they are speaking to the guest लोगों को आपके पर्सपेक्टिव बताते हैं. This is what I wanted to create for myself. So thank you so much, Ankur, by the way. GG Collab, High on Football was here. Utkarsh bhai, hello, hello. Big fan of Vivek Shaw. Yes, bhai, of course, Sixer bhai. Who is not? Who is not, by the way?
By the way,
Four streams.
uh, I'll just give you some context behind FPX shorts.
Yeah.
Okay. So FPX shorts, people used to complain beach mein ke a lot of shots are based around Arsenal. Like, we're making fun of Arsenal or whatnot. I'd like to clarify something. The guy who makes all FPX shots is an Arsenal fan.
देखो देखो
so,
आपको अंदर की बात पता चल गई
so,
खुद अपना मजाक उड़वाते हैं फिर हम लोग से बोलते हैं कि यार क्यों मजाक उड़ाते हो हमारा वरुण भाई
and
इफ यू हियर
Varun
यू
nahi
आर द
karta hai,
कल्प्रिट
by the way. There
अच्छा
is another person who makes these
अच्छा
shots, and he's an Arsenal fan, and he's a faceless Arsenal fan. मतलब Surya hai who takes
ओके
care of all our shots. Okay, so
ओके
because he works at Shimaru. Okay, so he has a lot of Bollywood
ओह
ka knowledge. All
ओह
right. So इसलिए he makes like those perfect funny shots जो उसको बॉलीवुड के याद रहते हैं एंड
हम्म
वो तभी निकलता है उसका वो दर्द जब आर्सेनल सफर कर रही होती है तो मैं यही बोलता हूँ कि साले जब तुम लोग अच्छा खेल रहे हो तब तू शॉट्स बनाता नहीं है तो आई जस्ट वांट आर्सेनल टू सफर फॉरएवर सो दैट यू कम कीप पंपिंग आउट दीस शॉट्स फॉर
या
अस
दैट्स ट्रू बट भाई अब वो हरकतें भी ऐसी करते हैं ना वो भाई यू वुड अग्री यार दे आर द मोस्ट डिल्यूटेड फैन बेस एवर एंड आई एम गोइंग टू से दिस अगेन इवन दो दे आर वेरी गुड फ्रेंड्स दैट आई हैव ऑफ आर्सेनल फैन बेस बट भाई कुछ तो एक्सट्रीम है जो मतलब कुछ भी
दैट्स
बोल देते हैं एंड मुझे लगता है उनकी वजह से बाकी सबको भी लपेटे में लिया जाता है 4 स्ट्रीम्स हो रही हैं इसलिए लाइव व्यूअर्स नो प्रॉब्लम ऑर्बिट आई मीन
कोई
मैं
बात
बस
नहीं
जितने भी लोग देख रहे हैं मैं उतनों में से बहुत खुश हूँ आई हैव नो मतलब आई हैव नो एम्बिशन ऑफ हैविंग 100 पीपल 10 11 12 जो भी हैं जितने भी हैं आई एम हैप्पी आई होप आप देख रहे हो और आप इंजॉय कर रहे हो दैट इज व्हाट द होल पॉइंट इज हियर
No.
Sixer is laughing yes Ankur is also laughing yeah so we'll move on to the next part of the show Mo Bhai so
Yeah.
this is where I get to know Mo Bhai more and since Mo Bhai आपका experience बहुत ज़्यादा है and you must have navigated a lot of time and you have
Hmm.
invested a lot of your time of your life to Manchester United. So I just wanted to know when did this obsession begin of following Manchester United? What was that exact moment? Your first match, your first memory of watching United, and when was that moment when it transformed everything for you? Like it became a life, like it became for me. So ऐसा कौन सा moment है if you can briefly explain or share your story?
So everyone has a funny story with
Yeah.
regards to how they've started following their favorite club. Mine, to be honest, was probably because of England. Like there were a lot of England players in the Manchester United team. So I would ऐसा हुआ था कि I think it was the Euros 2022 I think. Um, and then Beckham, Scholes, Lampard, everyone was in the same team. All
Yeah.
right, and I think I was no, it can't be. It was 2004 Euros. Now I remember. I was in the 11th standard then. All
Yeah.
right, so here's the English team, by the way. All right, for people who think that English teams did not go to waste. Michael Owen, Steven Gerrard, Rio Ferdinand, Sol Campbell, uh, Ashley Cole,
John Terry.
John Terry नहीं था तब. I think Sol Campbell and Rio Ferdinand, or maybe it could be Sol Campbell and John Terry. I don't remember now vividly. Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes. All right, in the
Carrick
midfield.
on the bench. Carrick
Carrick
on the
on the
bench.
नहीं नहीं Carrick तो नहीं था.
अच्छा, Carrick wasn't there. Carrick wasn't.
2004
Yeah.
की बात है.
Yeah.
Beckham. All
Yeah.
right, Joe Cole. All right, so
Yeah.
this was the England setup. So this you could
Michael
say
Owen. Michael Owen
Michael
at
Owen
the
बोल
top.
दिया मैंने already.
अच्छा,
बोल दिया
okay.
मैंने already. All right.
Okay.
So this was the cream of the crop. When you say you right, like अगर कोई इंग्लैंड की गोल्डन एज अभी बोलता है तो तब तो पता नहीं क्या था. ऑल राइट.
Yep.
सो 2004 की बात है. इंग्लैंड और फ्रांस का मैच था. ऑल राइट. 11th स्टैंडर्ड में यूरोज अभी इतना लेट होते तो ऑब्वियसली तब भी इतना ही लेट था. तब आई डोंट रिमेम्बर व्हाट कंट्री इट वाज इन, बट अराउंड 1-1:30 बजे मैच चालू हुआ. ऑल राइट.
Yep.
नाउ तब फ्रांस भी काफी स्टैक थी वो टीम. ऑल राइट. सो इट हैड जिडान, इट हैड Trezeguet, it
Henry.
had Henry, and crazy team they also had. I was supporting England. All right. So I said to myself that अगर इंग्लैंड स्कोर करेगी तो मैं पूरा मैच देखूंगा. If France scores,
Yep.
then I'm going to bed because I have school tomorrow. I can't obviously miss it. Or
Yep.
yeah, and England scores first. I still remember ये David Beckham ने क्रॉस डाला अंदर from a free kick, and I think Gerrard or Lampard scored. Mostly Lampard scored. All right. And I
Yep.
was like, yeah, I have to watch it. भाई पूरा मैच मैंने देखा. 90th minute, John Terry, नहीं, Gerrard passes the ball back to the keeper, David James था goal में, and
Hmm.
Henry catches on to it, penalty. All
Yeah.
right. 90th minute. और उसके 2 सेकंड बाद नहीं, आई थिंक फ्री किक से जीजू ने गोल मारा, एंड उसके बाद पेनल्टी. ब्रो 2 मिनट में द एंटायर गेम पलट पलट गया. बट दैट वाज माय स्टार्ट
Yeah.
ऑफ फुटबॉल.
Yeah.
And I followed Manchester United because of one player, that was Ruud van Nistelrooy, and all the players that were playing for United and England. So that was
Oh.
my story. Ruud van
Yep.
Nistelrooy was, I used to play a striker, and Ruud van
Yep.
Nistelrooy was a striker then, and very lethal striker. I don't know if you've seen Ruud van Nistelrooy play, but his
I
stats,
have. I have. I have.
you
I have
have.
seen every. I think my brother. I told you na bhai. Matlab Dada was such an obsessive United follower. He still is a obsessive United follower. But I remember everything because that was the only thing that I was consuming back then. Like let's say in
अच्छा.
2006, 7, even though I was very young, मैं
Hmm.
6, 7 स्टैंडर्ड में था तब. तो आप इमेजिन करो कितना इम्प्रेशनेबल होता है वो चीज़. एंड
Yeah.
मेरे दादा बोर्डिंग स्कूल में थे. तो वेन एवर ही यूज टू कम बैक टू होम, ओनली देन आई वॉज एक्सपोज टू फुटबॉल. क्योंकि मुझे नहीं पता था ना टीवी में कौन सा चैनल लगा के फुटबॉल देखना है. But
Yeah,
दादा
yeah,
सिंस he's 5 years older than me, तो वो खेलता भी था उस समय पे. तो he was obsessed with United. And जब वो आते थे तभी सैटरडे संडे को मैच चालू होता था. I remember watching 2007, like I can recall everything that I saw. इतना
yeah,
ज्यादा
yeah.
मुझे वो इम्प्रेशन था उस चीज का. तो ऑफ कोर्स रूड वैन निस्टरॉय कौन नहीं जानता. जो नहीं जानता वो यूनाइटेड फैन कैसे, मुझे तो समझ में नहीं आएगा.
Ruud van Nistelrooy was freaking crazy, man. I mean, like not a typical strikers that you see today. Not a lot of skills or whatnot, but fox in the box, poacher. I
Yeah.
used to call it the king of the box. Like he could finish from anywhere. So beautiful striker. So when Ruud van Nistelrooy was back at United as a coach, uh, I got his name printed on my jersey. It's like,
Yeah.
I need him to stay. और फिर वो बेचारा निकल गया यार. I wouldn't have mind कि अगर ETH को निकाल के उसको interim रख लेता. I think he could have done well.
But I wouldn't forgive Ruud van Nistelrooy for missing that penalty against Arsenal. भाई, had he scored that penalty ना, ये जो invincibility का cloak पहनती है ना Arsenal, वो पहन नहीं पाती. And it was such a surprise because it also, जैसे आपने वो Lampard वाली story बताई and Henry वाली story बताई, it happened similar to that. Arsenal were leading, आपको last moment में वो opportunity मिली, and prior to that moment, Ruud van Nistelrooy had never missed the penalty. I think after that as well, he never missed the penalty.
Never
It
missed the
was only
penalty.
that moment where he just, I don't know what happened, and then Martin Keown and everybody coming and bashing him, and
Bashing
I
him.
was yeah, I saw that
But,
match live. Dada
but
was there. Dada
he
was
got his
shouting. He was
redemption moment.
abusing. Yeah,
He,
yeah,
he
he
got
got
his
that.
redemption moment. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
he did.
I remember. I don't remember the year, but I saw that match live,
Yeah,
wherein Rooney got fouled or so too they say. And Ruud
Yep.
van Nistelrooy stepped up and scored one of the goals that killed Arsenal's
Arsenal's, yeah,
unbeaten run.
yeah.
50th game, I think. 49
And
games.
that game was the game where we all discovered Wayne Rooney, bhai. That was the game. Like the way he performed that game, मतलब उस आर्सेनल मिडफील्ड के अगेंस्ट वो बंदा 17-18 year old boy coming from Everton and doing what he did and then going on to achieve what he did, so it was amazing, and
I mean,
those stories were amazing by the way.
it is
Yeah.
surprising. Like our United team was stacked then. Like upcoming Ronaldo, upcoming Rooney together.
Yeah.
Then you had the likes of Giggs, Coles, obviously ever present in that team. You had Ruud van Nistelrooy. You also had Diego Forlan for like
Yeah.
your so beautiful team, very stacked. And it was hard not to follow United then. Like, it was
it,
surprising if you met a fan who was not following United then.
and that is why
Uh,
I'm saying na bhai ki it what happens is like when you have an elder brother like me,
mm,
he just wants me to matlab he just wanted me to take City because that was a default team that was given on FIFA 8, FIFA 9, and he used to take United. And bhai ab nahi hara sakte because I didn't have the skill back then, and he used to defeat me in PlayStation. And
yeah.
what ab this is where ये story आपकी सच हो जाती है मेरी, मतलब कि
Mm,
हम किसी क्लब को चूज नहीं करते, क्लब हमको चूज करता. सो आई हैड नो क्लू एज टू व्हाट इंग्लिश प्रीमियर लीग वाज ऑल अबाउट. आई हैड नो क्लू व्हाट इंग्लिश लीग इज ऑल अबाउट. नथिंग. आई हैड नो क्लू. ओनली थिंग दैट आई न्यू वाज मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड, एंड मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड के प्लेयर के कुछ नाम मैं जानता था. बट सिंस आई वाज ऑलवेज गिवन सिटी, एंड क्योंकि उनकी जर्सी ब्लू थी एंड इंडिया की जर्सी स्काई ब्लू थी, मुझे रिकग्नाइजेबल था दिस इज सिटी.
mm,
What happened was जब सीधे fast forward to 2011 2012, that season where we ended up winning the league, that game at Trafford, I
mm.
went to boarding school now. I came back and now I know what football is all about. And I plug in the match in Saturday, Sunday, something like that. Match chal raha hai, and I see the score, it's 6-1. So I had not watched that game live. 6-1 ho gaya tha score. And I was seeing the visuals, they were discussing certain stuff. And I just could not believe my eyes कि United को 6 goal किसने मार दिया.
ये
And
goal.
that is where the मतलब भाई खुशी मिली, अरे यूनाइटेड 6 गोल खा गई. And that is where the obsession with City came, and then Silva, and then everything came after that. I'll quickly take certain
Balotelli,
comments. Yeah.
man.
I'll just quickly take the certain comments. Orbit is saying I am in dilemma किसी को देखूं, but I am choosing this one. Thank you so much यार Orbit for sticking around. What does Mo mean? Mo भाई, Mo मतलब का नाम है भाई. Yeah, please
छोटा
Mo
कर
भाई.
दिया मैंने मोहित. So I was in
Yeah.
Australia. Some people were finding it difficult to pronounce. So
Yeah.
I just shortened it to Mo. That's it.
Hello. Mo bhai, you got a hater in me. I hating. By the way, Rupesh bhai, I think you're a City fan, right? Aap City fan, no? If you're here
Yes,
in the chat, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for coming, yaar. I mean, I kind of crave that feeling कि City fans भी हों और मुझे थोड़ा बहुत देखें, because that is where the true validation comes from. But thank you
Yeah.
so much for coming, yaar, Rupesh bhai. Thank you so much for coming. And by the way, I follow you in the Discord. Ash bhai के Discord में भी I follow your things, but मैं ज़्यादा उसमें active नहीं हूँ, but I read all the messages and everything. तो you're doing really well, by the way. इंडियन होके अंग्रेज इनके फेवरेट थे. देखो, ऑर्बिट हैज सर्टेन कंप्लेन्स अबाउट यू. मो भाई वो मो भाई
अब
लगते
नहीं.
भी अंग्रेज है, बाय द वे.
I
मो भाई
I I
अंग्रेज
have
ही
I
दिखते
have
हैं.
I've been disillusioned by England for quite a while now. Don't watch their matches anymore, but I would certainly want to watch them again. It's like that love-hate relationship that you have for the Indian football team. Same England के साथ भी हो गया है मेरा. भाई
हेलो हेलो,
मेरे पास
सोलो
एक
फ्लेम इज
jersey
हियर.
है
मो
England
भाई.
की.
या
I
या
have one
या
England jersey which my cousin got for me like
या
long time back, and I still have it. I think 10-15 साल पुरानी होगी, ज्यादा. I think 20 years पुरानी होगी वो जर्सी. ठीक है. एंड मेरे ध्यान में नहीं रहा, मैं 15th अगस्त को जर्सी पहन के निकल गया.
अरे यार, ये आप ही कर सकते हो बाय द वे. ये हरकत सिर्फ आप कर सकते हो. आई एम श्योर एक आप हो और दूसरे केवी भाई हैं जो कल हम लोग सबको चिल्ड्रंस डे विश कर रहे थे बाय द वे प्रायर टू द स्ट्रीम. यू सेइंग हैप्पी चिल्ड्रंस डे बाय द वे पीयूष. मैंने कहा भैया कहाँ से चिल्ड्रंस डे यार, मतलब इतना बड़ा डे होता है, हाउ कैन वी फॉरगेट. एंड सिंस मैं यहाँ बिहार में हूँ, तो आज 14 को रिजल्ट भी आना था इलेक्शन. तो आई वाज लाइक यार 14th आ गई, मतलब किसकी पार्टी बनी. एंड यू जस्ट हुक्ड इनटू द इलेक्शन वाला स्टफ, बिकॉज एवरीवेयर यू गो you see the hoardings and everything. एंड
Yeah.
मेरे को यकीन नहीं हुआ. देन आई सॉ माय कैलेंडर, ऐसा 13 है यार केवी भाई. मैंने बोला फ्यूचर में जाके वापस पास्ट में आए हो क्या? बोले भाई सब तेरी वजह से हुआ है, तेरी वो मिस्ट्री स्ट्रीम की वजह से सब कुछ हुआ है. बाय द वे,
Yeah.
जिसने भी वो स्ट्रीम मिस की है इन द चैट यार, प्लीज गो अहेड एंड जस्ट हैव अ लुक देयर. यू गोइंग टू लव इट. इट वाज it was epic, it was comical, it was awesome. KV bhai at his best, pure showman. He apologizes for having a stupid statement that he made, and it was awesome bhai. Please जाके देखिएगा. But that stream is more about Arsenal than anything else. तो अगर आप थोड़ा बहुत Arsenal का perspective जानना चाहते हो, तो Addy bhai and KV bhai explained as to why they supported Arsenal and why what Arsenal means to them. वो भी check out करना segment जरूर. Yeah, Moe Bhai was destined to become Indian Army. Yeah, देखो ऑर्बिट बहुत मजे ले रहा है. मो भाई सच में आपके आज ज्यादा मजे ले रहे हैं सब लोग.
भाई मैं फुटबॉल अनफॉर्चुनेटली मैं बस गली कुचों में ही खेला हूँ. स्कूल से तो मेरे को इतना नहीं मिला पुश, क्योंकि हमारा स्कूल वाज नॉट लाइक रियली इनटू स्पोर्ट्स लाइक. सो एक टूर्नामेंट में खेलने गए थे, उसमें हम लोग पहले मैच में बाहर हो गए बिकॉज आवर टीम काइंड ऑफ सक्ड. एंड या दैट्स अबाउट इट. मतलब मैं खेलता था, आई वाज अ डिसेंट प्लेयर आई वुड से इन माय आईज, बट नॉट अ and that's about it. I
but
wouldn't say
but
more about my
but this is
footballing.
this is this is the comment that is comment of the day so far. I don't think this is going to get beaten. But मैं ट्राई कर रहा हूँ, कोई चैट में इस कमेंट को बीट कर देना तो मेरी तरफ से उसको कुछ ना कुछ जरूर मैं दूंगा. डिवाइडेड बाय टाउन राइवलरी, यूनाइटेड बाय आर्सेनल. दैट इज सो ट्रू, दैट इज सो एप्ट.
या सो हमारा ना ये डिस्कशन हुआ था राइट, लाइक लास्ट ईयर. मतलब ऐसे चिल चिल स्ट्रीम चल रहा था, लाइक 9 लोग बैठे थे स्ट्रीम पे. एंड दिस इज लाइक ओजी एफपीएक्स, लाइक सारे लोग घुसे हुए हैं एंड एवरीवन इज लाइक कि हु वुड यू प्रेफर टू विन. सो मैं और आर्शिन ये बोल रहे थे कि यार देखो, सिटी फैंस मैं इतने जानता नहीं हूँ और ना वो मेरे सिटी में रहते हैं, बट आर्सेनल फैन एक मेरे घर में ही रहता है, तो आई वुड रेदर वांट सिटी टू विन. बट आई डोंट वांट आर्सेनल टू विन फॉर श्योर, बिकॉज भाई उनके फैंस obnoxious तो अंडरस्टेटमेंट है, मैं क्या ही
भाई
बोलूं.
मो
मतलब
भाई आप इतने बड़े हिपोक्रेट हो. बाय द वे, जब लिवरपूल और सिटी का मैच चल रहा था ना, तो मो भाई केम टू माय वॉच अलोंग इन द चैट्स एंड आई सेड, मो भाई हु आर यू सपोर्टिंग टुडे? ही सेड कि मैं आई वांट समथिंग वेयर यू बोथ गाइस लूज. तो मैंने कहा यार ये कैसा लॉजिक हुआ? मतलब यू हैव टू पिक वन ना. जब दो इवल
देखो
खेल रहे हो तो एक को लेसर इवल को आपको चूज करना
यार,
पड़ेगा. तो
तो
ही सेड कि
इस
नहीं,
बार
तुम दोनों खत्म हो जाओ. नाउ ही इज सेइंग कि मैं सिटी को सपोर्ट कर दूंगा बट आर्सेनल को
वो
नहीं
टाइम पे
करूंगा भाई.
वो टाइम पे बट अभी क्या है कि आई वांट सी आई at the end of the day, to be honest, I want to be fair. All right. Now the thing is,
Yeah,
ke, I hate Arsenal, but I really appreciate what they're trying to build at
yeah,
their club. Because to be honest, I see myself or our club in the same position right now. We've been a joke for quite a while. All right.
yeah,
And it was the same for Arsenal, and they stuck to one manager, and he's pulled them out of that hole, like where they were a joke. And I've always been saying this to people, like okay, it's always about the journey and not the end. Like you once you get to that pinnacle, like when Arteta wins that first title, all right, these guys are going to remember everything that they suffered in like
yeah,
1 second. वो बोलते हैं ना
yeah,
कि like when you're in a rush or whatever, for a second you time slows down. All
yeah.
right. So what's gonna happen to them. Like all the Arsenal fans, finally they're gonna get that moment, and I want them to have it because, to be honest, I also want my club to learn something from them. All right.
Hmm.
And Piyush, City, I think you are probably the first generation of fans who would see City winning this much,
हाँ तो
right?
that is true. That is, and I am sure, Mo bhai, once Pep leaves now, I am sure of it that City are not going to dominate the football world as they are doing it right now. It has
Mm,
more to do with what Pep has done for Man City rather than City spending money. This is what my
mm,
opinion is. People might disagree with me. People might counter me, but that I've been watching football for so long that I know what's coming when Pep leaves. I've seen Arsene leave. I saw the cliff fall of Arsenal Football Club. I saw Sir Alex Ferguson leave. I saw them fall. I have seen so many big clubs. I saw the Barcelona team getting spanked once Pep left. They have never been that consistent, even though they had Messi, by the way. They were never that consistent. जैसे वो dominate
yeah.
करते 8-9 में. I have seen AC Milan go down. never come back again. एक टाइटल जीता उन्होंने अभी बीच में, but never the same AC Milan that I saw them in 2005, 2006. Seen
Yeah, yeah.
Liverpool as well. So I know कि once you have a manager like Pep Guardiola, Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, even a Jose Mourinho for a prolonged period, they are going to have
Yeah,
a bigger impact. And once they leave, it is always about who is going to fill their shoes rather than reinventing or inventing themselves. And that
yeah.
is where the problem would lie to with Man City. People are going to get old. Not only Pep Guardiola, I think the team, the Sheikh Mansours, the Khaldun Al Mubaraks,
Mm.
the CEOs, everybody is going to get old now. They're going to be replaced certainly in few years, and then a new team would come. Maybe they don't understand the ethos of the club as much as they did. Maybe they are less ambitious because now they are a big club. So I know what is coming, and that is why I really want to enjoy every moment that I get watching this team play and the way they are playing right now. That is
You're
why I
fair.
love
I
City.
mean,
Yeah.
fair. Good that you're learning from other downfalls, because that is important to enjoy the moment when it is,
That's true.
there to be enjoyed. Because once you fall for grace, you don't from grace, you don't know when you're gonna get back on top. I appreciate that. Like, हम लोग
That's
को
true.
नहीं पता था जब it was going on, because to be honest, we were the first generation of Indian fans who were watching United win so much.
Yeah, yeah,
एंड तब तो
100%.
सोशल मीडिया भी नहीं था, तो लाइक जब भी मेरे को कोई ट्रोल करता है, राइट, लाइक यूडी हो गया या कोई हो गया, मैं बोलता हूँ यार मैंने तुमको आज तक ट्रोल नहीं किया है, ना हमको इतना मौका मिला है ट्रोल करने का, बिकॉज हम लोग जीते नहीं है, और जब जीतते थे तो हम लोग के पास सोशल मीडिया नहीं था किसी को ट्रोल करने के लिए। ठीक है, हम
Yeah,
लोग ट्रोल कर रहे थे स्कूल में, जो भी लोग मिले उन लोग को, बट इतना भी नहीं करते थे जितना आजकल सोशल मीडिया पे होता है। सो आई
yeah.
फील, और मेरा, लाइक आई हैवंट टोल्ड यू दिस, बट माय बेस्ट फ्रेंड इज अ सिटी फैन, डू यू नो दैट?
No, no, you've not told me.
So this is how it this proves that how recency bias can also I mean, not turn, but dictate what team you're going to support. So I used to work at Zomato back in 2015. All right, I joined there. And a friend of mine called as Harsh. Harsh had also joined at the same time, I think 6 months back, 6 months after. Now, the thing is, like, all of us at Zomato used to follow certain teams. Like, most of us were, all of us were United fans only there. Like, because सब तब United ही top पे चल रही थी 2015 के
It
बाद
is
दो
it
तीन
is
साल
not even about top, yaar, Mo bhai. I mean, the way
Yeah.
that team played the game, the way
Yeah.
Ronaldo was back then, the way Rooney was, Tevez was, the way Sir Alex
2015 में तो
Ferguson
ये सब
was.
जा चुके थे, तो we were
Yeah,
trying
but
to
but
hmm,
but whoever started watching in 7, 8, 9, 10 would, I don't see anybody supporting anything else than United for me, because कुछ और था
yeah,
नहीं उस समय. Even though people
नहीं,
were competing, there were patches of Chelsea brilliance, there were patches of Arsenal brilliance prior to that, but nothing like what United did for 20 years for me.
exactly. So मैं हम लोग तो fans थे ही, like there were younger fans as well. Obviously I was the most senior one there, even at Zomato. So a friend of mine joined, Harsh, and he's just start so he used to follow cricket, but he was like, सब लोग football देख रहे, तो under the influence
Hmm.
he also started. So he started doing two things. He started playing FPL and he started watching football.
Hmm.
In the first season he won FPL. Okay.
One FPL as in what? Came
हमारा जो
first.
लीग हमारा
अच्छा,
जो
अच्छा, league.
लीग था उसमें वो
Your
जीत
league,
गया।
your league.
नाउ वी वर
Yeah.
सीजन्ड प्लेयर्स, वी हैड प्लेड एफपीएल पहले, और तो आई वाज लाइक ठीक है, बिगनर्स लक। He won FPL again the next season. I was like, this
Oh,
can't be luck twice, all right? And
yeah,
to win it twice when you have just started watching football. He just started watching football. So he
yeah.
was watching football with his unadulterated, unbiasedness,
Hmm.
eyes of not supporting any team, just
Yeah,
watching good football. And to be honest, the best football then was Pep's. All right.
yeah.
Because people were seeing this for the first time. Basically, people say that Pep's football is robotic because we've been watching it for 10 years now. All right.
Hmm.
And you see the same methodical build-ups. Yeah, so that's why it gets boring. You want to see something else. That's why people resonated with Klopp ke yaar ye heavy metal football hai, right?
True.
So then he said that he started supporting City, and it broke my heart. I was like, "Chute, tu mera best friend hai," and then you have started supporting City, and and this is how it started. So but I can't blame him. KD भी
Yeah,
खेलता था तब आपकी टीम में,
of course,
like
of course.
and Aguero खेलता था तब आपकी टीम में, and to be
David
honest,
Silva,
David Silva,
company,
the
Yaya
I
Toure.
feel I feel David Silva does not get as much flowers as
He's here. He's here,
yeah,
bhai. He's just behind me. He's my
Yeah.
inspiration. He's the one I started following City for.
So David Silva, like I think United were also after him. Like I remember for a friendly match, he was in Villarreal, right?
Valencia.
Before he Valencia.
Valencia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Valencia had came down for a friendly to Old Trafford before the season started. So Alex Ferguson beat Tatab. I think we went for Silva and it did not go through. And I was like, man, this is a player that we need to get in. You guys were lucky enough to get it. And what a player, man. Like,
Hmm.
I think he was a combi. I feel he does not get his flowers. Like from a lot of City fans, I think they still count KDB as one of the greatest, and I agree,
No, I don't.
KDB is the
I don't.
greatest. But David Silva was also top, like right there.
Yeah, it can be like that, but if people don't put context to it, they would
Yeah,
still be. I have no matlab, I we cannot compare the two. It is whom you like the more. Like it's just saying कि मैं किसको ज़्यादा पसंद करता हूँ. For me, there is no one more than David Silva for me in terms of Man City. कुछ नहीं, कोई मुझे कुछ भी convince नहीं कर सकता. I can fight tooth and nail with anybody in the world. For me, he's
hmm,
the best player. I don't मतलब
very.
मेरे मेसी रोनाल्डो से भी ऊपर है. People will call me deluded, people can call me whatever, but that is my opinion, because I don't see football like that. For me, whatever memories that I have of Man City, those beautiful memories, he has given me that. His beautiful
Absolutely.
depth touches, his passes to Aguero,
Amazing.
the way he conducted himself, the way he is right now. I mean, nobody, matlab, in their right mind would say any bad word about David Silva. Just as we don't say bad word about, let's say, a Scholes, a Son. He was that kind of a person. जो
Yeah,
मैनचेस्टर में रहता था तो उसके नेबर्स को भी पता नहीं होता था कि वो मैनचेस्टर में. He was that quiet, and that was my personality back then. I was
yeah,
very shy, I was timid, I was very underconfident. I gravitated towards him because he just felt like what I was back then. I'm not saying कि वो वैसा होगा, वो फील्ड में वैसा दिखता था कि अपना
yeah,
काम
yeah.
किया, घर चला गया. And that is why I
Very.
love him, and I will always love him. He will remain my favorite ever player. And again, bhai, I just, first of all, I'm mesmerized by the story.
Oh,
I just give it to you, bhai, because
yeah.
the way you conduct it, ऐसा picture बन जाता है. And I said that to KB bhai as well, while
Hmm.
when he was basically sharing his story when he went to Netherlands, and he came back to India, and everything what went ahead with him. And you can just imagine everything. मेरे आंखों के सामने पिक्चर चल रही थी, that Zomato का आपका ऑफिस होगा, where you guys were sitting,
Oh,
chatting,
um,
playing FPL. And that is the storyteller in you, Moe Bhai. And thank you so much for sharing that beautiful story as well.
now तो it doesn't matter. Zomato में जब office था हमारा, so it was like in a startup था तब, okay. So
Yeah,
it wasn't even a proper office, right? So I
yeah.
had to be honest, like for people who are out there, like I got rejected by Zomato for the first day. I was heartbroken. I was like, shit, man. First interview in my life, I went for a proper interview, and I got rejected. I was like, shit, man. What a और पता है वो होता है कि जब पहले मैंने Zomato सुना था तब Zomato wasn't a big company. All right, this is 2013, 2014. All right, तो लाइक ठीक है रेस्टोरेंट और तब ऑनलाइन ऑर्डरिंग वो सब नहीं होता था गाइस तो इट वाज जस्ट अ हम लोग जाके एड स्पेसेस बेचते थे हमारे एक वेबसाइट होती थी तब देयर वाज नो एप्स देन ऑलराइट तो एक
Yeah,
वेबसाइट होती थी वहां जाके हम लोग एड स्पॉट्स बेचते थे राइट पे ओके सो
yeah.
तब तो मैं आई वाज व्हेन आई वेंट फॉर द इंटरव्यू आई डिडंट थिंक मच ऑफ इट बट वंस आई वाज रिजेक्टेड देन आई वाज लाइक डूड आई हैव टू गेट इनटू दिस कंपनी ऐसे कैसे रिजेक्ट कर दिया ये वो व्हाटएवर my friend got into it all right Arshin got into it so Arshin and I were school buddies and we were worked at Zomato as well right so he got into it I was like fuck he got into it and I did not so I always used to get in touch yaar वापस कुछ खुला क्या वापस कुछ खुला क्या next year I tried again I got into it so the office was not really office okay it was like a residential space और उसमें office था
Yeah.
so sofas पड़े हैं and really nice cabin और ये
So
सब वो
this is
सब
Bombay, by the way.
this is Ahmedabad
Acha,
not
Ahmedabad.
even Bombay
Okay, okay,
yeah
okay.
so I remember like Saturdays ko we would I would get my PlayStation and I had a small projector as well. We would
Hmm.
sit in the office and play FIFA, like at Zomato office. So it was so much fun. Like I think it was the best office or best work. I still tell everyone. I think the best work environment now to Zomato is very toxic. I've heard, but पहले Zomato's work culture was amazing. Like फ्राइडे तक काम करो और सैटरडे के बाद उसके बाद बड़े बार ठीक है
मतलब I don't know, bhai. मतलब I just इट इज सो रेमिनिसेंट ऑफ द फैक्ट्स. आप उस समय की बॉलीवुड मूवीज भी देखो, वैसे ही सेटअप होता था. ऑफिस में
हाँ,
देयर वाज दिस रेजिडेंशियल स्पेसेस एंड पीपल वहाँ हैंग आउट ज्यादा करते थे, काम ज्यादा करते थे. एंड दैट वाज बॉम्बे बैक देन. आई डोंट नो हाउ इट इज राइट नाउ, बट
अच्छा,
तब तो वैसे ही था. एंड आई वाज देयर इन पंचगनी फॉर माय बोर्डिंग स्कूल. सो व्हेनेवर आई गॉट द अपॉर्चुनिटी टू ट्रैवल, आई ओनली यूज्ड टू गो टू पुणे एंड मुंबई. एंड दिस इज व्हाट आई सॉ देयर एज वेल, बिकॉज मेरे बहुत सारे फ्रेंड्स थे जिनके भाई किसी ऑफिस स्पेस में काम करते थे. एंड दे यूज्ड टू टेक अस. एंड देन
हाँ,
इट इज ओनली देन आई रियलाइज कि office is not office. It is more like a, I don't know, hangout zone. वहाँ लोग मजे ज्यादा करते हैं, काम कम होता है. तो दैट वाज माय
हाँ।
इंप्रेशन बैक देन.
तो,
बट आई क्विकली मो भाई, आई जस्ट हैव टू टेक सर्टेन चैट्स, क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोगों ने
yeah,
बहुत सारी बातें कर दी. एंड आई डोंट वांट टू मिस आउट ऑन एनीबॉडी. मनीष भाई वाज हियर. इफ ही इज हियर, थैंक यू सो मच मनीष भाई फॉर
hello.
कमिंग. हेलो. Hello. Mo bhai, did you watch Portugal versus England live? What was your feeling when he knocked out England? भाई क्विकली आपको आंसर देना है, ज्यादा इसमें टाइम नहीं लेंगे, बिकॉज दैट वाज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट अमेजिंग गेम सिक्सर भाई. बट वी हैव टू मूव ऑन, क्योंकि मो भाई के पास कम टाइम है, तो मैं थोड़ा ब्रीफली उनसे बोलूंगा, अगर इफ यू वांट टू से समथिंग अबाउट दिस.
Ronaldo got Rooney
रेड
the red
कार्डेड.
card. So yeah, it
या
was like I was like, if fuck Ronaldo वापस ही आना चाहिए. But ठीक है.
and
Like,
that wink after Rooney got red carded, that famous wink that he did, and I thought, how cheeky is he भाई. And
uh,
उस समय आपको याद होगा, the talk of the town was कि अब ये दोनों यूनाइटेड में साथ में खेलेंगे कैसे, how are they going to perform, they're going to hit each other, then United are going to suffer. And that was the news back then. But
yeah,
जैसे ही प्रीमियर लीग सीजन वापस रीस्टार्ट हुआ, everything was normal भाई. And 2007-8 was what 2007-8 was.
it was.
Yes. Ritin Bhai is here. Hello, Ritin Bhai. At first, I thought Mo was short for. Acha. Bhai, he might be. Buddha Diol. No one knows, but Piyush Bhai shifted from red side of Milan to blue side of Manchester. By the way, I'm Inter fan Piyush Bhai. I remember, by the way, and to be fair, it is true. But यार वो भी, उसकी भी वही स्टोरी है आइडल सर की. दादा मेरा बहुत बड़ा ब्राजील का फैन है, इन टर्म्स ब्राजील एंड इटली का फैन है. एंड बैक इन 2005-6, इफ यू रिमेंबर, काका, शिवचेंको, नेस्टा एंड एवरीबॉडी वर प्लेइंग फॉर एसी मिलान. तब प्रीमियर लीग के मैचेस इतने नहीं दिखाए जाते थे. और उसके जस्ट पहले ही वर्ल्ड कप हुआ था जो इटली जीती थी. तो देयर वर लॉट ऑफ प्लेयर्स फ्रॉम एसी मिलान, एंड दैट इज व्हाई आई रिकॉग्नाइज देमसेल्व्स. फिर दादा ने मुझे मेरी पहली जर्सी गिफ्ट की थी, विच वाज एन 80 नंबर जर्सी ऑफ रोनाल्डिनो. दैट वाज फुल स्लीव्स. And that is where the love of AC Milan came. That famous badge, वहाँ जो crest उनका था ओवल शेप में, और बीच में वो था प्लस साइन था. तो that is where the love came. And but सिटी को फॉलो करने का अलग ही रीजन था, जो मैंने अभी भी शेयर किया. बट आई रिमेंबर यू भाई. थैंक यू फॉर फाइंडिंग मी अगेन यार. मतलब आपने नाम चेंज कर लिया अपना, बट थैंक यू फॉर फाइंडिंग मी, एंड थैंक यू
Tab,
फॉर.
I remember tab Italian clubs used to like dominate
या
the yeah, Champions League scene. Like really difficult to beat them. I remember for the longest time, like even till like I think Liverpool वाला match के पहले, Liverpool जब वो comeback किया था,
या
आर्सेनल के सामने, आर्सेनल का सॉरी, मिलान के सामने ही किया था ना उन लोगों ने comeback, एसी मिलान.
हम्म.
That उसके पहले
फेमस
they
थ्री
used to
थ्री एंड देन पेनल्टी.
dominate Champions League. I remember
या
the likes of Hernan Crespo coming up. I think that then back then I think
या
was playing for AC Milan.
सीडॉफ, पिर्लो,
Seedorf,
Shevchenko, Nesta, Maldini, I think Rivaldo,
Dudek,
Dida,
Dida या
and
Dudek नहीं, Dudek तो यहाँ था
Dida,
चेल्सी में.
Dida
Dida,
was the keeper. हाँ, Dida was the
yeah.
keeper. And there were so many, Gattuso, there were so many good players back then. और जो ब्राजील का जो फ्लेयर था at that point of time, and with Italian defense, that was the best combination in my opinion. And even बाद में Rubinho joined, Kaká was there, Kaká then left to Madrid. But उसके एक साल पहले Ronaldinho came from Barcelona to AC Milan, and that year of Barcelona was amazing because they both played one of the best footballs together, Kaká and Ronaldo. For those people who have not seen them, you can go and watch the highlights as well. इंग्लैंड
I
जीती
think
तो
उसके
दुनिया
बाद
बर्बाद हो जाएगी. रुपेश इज सेइंग. बाय द वे
2000
रुपेश, हु डू यू सपोर्ट? इफ अगर आपको इंग्लैंड नहीं पसंद तो हु डू यू सपोर्ट? अरे मुंह भाई यार,
I
Me
think
and
Neil
Solo
and
Film started following FBK at the same time. Yes, yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Orbit, for sharing that as well. Happy Children's Day, भाई लोग अपन अंदर के बच्चे को हमेशा जिंदा रखना. Thank you so much. Manish भाई has a message for everybody and I agree with him. इसको कभी खत्म मत होने देना. Everybody please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. सीधा सीधा बोलो, टीम से निकल जाए. So Orbit is saying आप इतना खराब खेलते थे कि आपको टीम से भगा दिया गया था. Divided
हमारे
by
स्कूल की टीम को ही निकाल दिया पूरी की पूरी। लो
Yeah,
तुम।
Manish bhai came with another message. He said, divided by town rivalry, united by justice for words. Hey, bhai, hate for Arsenal is more than justice for words. For me personally, I don't know about Mo bhai, but I think to be fair, Acha, Divya bhai is here. Hello, hello, Div bhai, and amazing, amazing person. यार, I saw your content as well. और ये बहुत बढ़िया artist भी हैं. तो hello, Divya bhai.
Okay.
If you're here, thank you so much for coming. The whole world knows Arsenal fans have 20 years record of hate, and no one wants them to burst that. हाँ, exactly, Divya bhai. This is what. Let's wait May 2026 to see where Arsenal ends. Yes, Mo bhai, what's the one thing this modern United team lacks that's stopping them from winning the title? I don't think there's one thing, Sixer, but I'll let Mo bhai speak for one thing. एक ही चीज आपको बोलना है Mo bhai before we move on to the next segment.
I think one thing that stops United from winning the league is consistency. Consistent manager, I would say. Let's end it at that.
Yeah.
A consistent good manager that we should have backed.
Sixer is asking Varun next guest. Maybe Sixer. I've not yet decided it. थोड़ा सा इसमें टाइम लगता है बिकॉज पीपल बहुत पहले थोड़ा सा बात करनी पड़ती है. आई नीड टू अरेंज कि वो फ्राइडे को फ्री हो. यूजुअली सबके ऑफिसेज होते हैं तो थोड़ी डिफिकल्टी होती है. मोबाइल के लिए भी देखो बहुत डिफिकल्टी हुई है बट ही केम तो आई लव हिम. सिल्वा एंड हिज आर्चिंग रन्स ब्यूटीफुल व्हाट अ साइड दैट वाज. वोट फॉर वरुण भाई. ओके अगर आप लोग चाहते हो देन आई आस्क वरुण भाई. देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम देयर एज वेल. वेरी डेविड एस्क in conduct. Thank you so much, Varun. I love that comment, by the way. Above is regarding Silva. Yeah. Soon approaching the arc where goats are going to leave football. Yes. वो तो हम देख ही चुके हैं. I don't know Solo how आपकी एज क्या है but we have seen रोनाल्डो और मेसी
Good
के पहले भी
team.
बहुत सारे लोगों को जाते हुए. तो
Yeah.
yes of course they have dominated football like anything both Messi and Ronaldo, but उसके पहले भी फुटबॉल बहुत ब्यूटीफुल था. जिन्होंने देखा है उनको पता होगा. इतना इंडिविजुअलिस्टिक नहीं था जितना इन दोनों के एरा में था वेयर सिर्फ दो प्लेयर्स थे. उस समय थोड़ा सा आई डोंट नो हाउ टू पुट इट जिससे बुरा ना लगे किसी को. मतलब उस समय थोड़ी सी अनप्रिडिक्टेबिलिटी थी. यू वुड नेवर नो कौन सबसे बेस्ट प्लेयर होगा. तो यहाँ पर लेवल्स इतने हाई थे कि आपको पता था इट्स सीधा मेसी और रोनाल्डो. उस टाइम पे ऐसा नहीं होता था. So you get a defensive midfielder like Fabio Cannavaro, a defender by the way, winning Ballon d'Or.
Defender.
You
After
you
the
saw
World Cup.
Michael Owen. Yeah, you saw Michael Owen get the Ballon d'Or. You saw Gerrard coming third, Lampard coming second, Ronaldinho coming first in the Ballon d'Or list in 2006-7 whatever it was. तो मतलब उस एरा के पहले भी फुटबॉल बहुत ब्यूटीफुल था एंड आई होप इस एरा के बाद भी फुटबॉल बहुत ब्यूटीफुल होगा. स्टिल ट्रैश इन प्रो क्लब्स. अच्छा वो गेम की बात कर रहे हैं. वैक्स फैक्टर्स. इससे पता चलता है मो भाई इज व्हाट. अच्छा ऑर्बिट का कुछ
How
और.
old?
मो भाई
How
पुशिंग
old?
50. अच्छा ओके. हियर आप पंचगनी से पढ़े हो. मैं भी वहीं. भाई झूठ मत बोलो यार. ये सब आई नो आपने वहां से नहीं पढ़ो. डोंट पुल माय लेग नाउ. ही माइट बी द बियर डजंट हेल्प. ओके अच्छा ओके. वरुण भाई इज हियर. पहले मैं ले लेता हूँ. थैंक यू सो मच यार इंटर भाई. प्लीज आप कनेक्टेड रहना यार. आई डिस्कवर्ड यू वाया दर्शन भाई एंड वी kind of formed a beautiful bond there. और पता नहीं आप कहाँ गायब हो गए थे but thank you so much for coming and please आप सब्सक्राइब करके रखना and please follow the content as well. Varun bhai is here. Hello Varun bhai. Thank you so much. आप थोड़े से लेट हो by the way. Varun bhai I voted for you as next guest by the way. Yes. Green Euros 2004 or Croatia World Cup 2018 which is the greatest underdog run if you want to take this
Greece, I would say.
of course. मतलब
Greece,
उसके
because they
बाद
ended up they went on to win it.
विन इट एंड उसके पहले उन्होंने कुछ नहीं किया. उसके बाद आज तक उन्होंने कुछ नहीं किया. दैट इज व्हाई आई थिंक दैट इज काइंड ऑफ लेस्टर सिटी वाला थिंग. एक बार जीत गए बट उसके बाद से वो मुझे लगता है क्वालिफाई भी नहीं कर पा रहे हैं वो. तो या आई हैव
But
टोल्ड नॉट टू अब्यूज बट क्या मैनक्यूनियंस को देखकर गाली देने का मन कर. भाई मतलब आप ना बोलो. मतलब आर्सेनल फैंस के लिए तो यूनिवर्सल हिट है हम सबकी. तो आप मत बोलो भाई मैनक्यूनियन मत बोलो हम लोग को. वीवीडी वाज रॉब्ड ऑफ बैलन डॉर. आई एग्री प्रथमेश भाई. टू बी
I
फेयर
don't.
आई एग्री. बाय द वे चैनल जर्नी या अच्छा केवी भाई इज आल्सो हियर. हाँ आ गए बूबू वाले. वरुण भाई तो फ्राइडे को फ्री रहते हैं. आज स्ट्रीम भी कर रहे थे. यस एक्सक्यूज मी लॉल. या ओके since we are short of time and I cannot waste much time.
Yeah.
So this is Moe Bhai where the real fun begins, right? So this is a segment which I call this or that segment. So
Okay.
I'm going to put you in difficult situations. I'm going to put you through a ringer by providing you various slides, and you have to read the text. You have to react to the pictures. You have to give your opinion, and I want chat. By the way, 14 people are watching. Please like the stream. Follow Varun Bhai. Follow Moe Bhai. Follow FBX as well. Follow KV Bhai if you're not followed KV Bhai as well. Or अपने opinion देना. Even if you're not United fans, I want you to give your opinions because that matters to me. Please. So this is where we start, and this is the first slide that is coming in front of you and Moe Bhai. Here it goes.
अरे यार लिवरपूल्स 20th ट्रेबल ठीक है हम लोग ने पहले किया था फर्स्ट वन ही काउंट होता है वैसे भी
ये किसने बोला है? ये क्या लॉजिक है? अरे भाई चलो ठीक है. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू डिस्टर्ब यू Mo Bhai. I just want you to briefly explain as to why you thought Liverpool का 20th title was more painful than watching City win the treble.
Yeah, because like we used to always sing that 20 times 20 times हमको लगा ये हम लोग अकेले ही होंगे ये हर बार करते करते like when we will until like someone else gets to that we will again like go ahead of people और ये आ गए हमारा बर्बाद करने चीज है ट्रेबल तो मेरे को पता था कि जिस तरह से सिटी खेल रही है तो आई नो इट वाज इनएविटेबल एक बार तो हो गई बट लिवरपूल का मेरे को ऐसा था कि यार एक चीज है जो मेरे दिल के करीब है ये मत छीनो इसलिए लिवरपूल this is always more
So,
painful.
but don't you think Mo Bhai ki it was the other way around? Like 20th title was inevitable. Rather, City का treble जीतना was a anomaly, which I still feel you guys
लिवरपूल
fluffed
तो
your line in the FA Cup. आप
या
चाहते तो रोक
we
सकते थे हम लोग
probably
को.
रोक तो सकते थे बट द थिंग इज के like वो दो फ्री गोल्स like I all I'll say
What free goals?
Gundogan
What free goals? It was an awesome goal, by the way.
हाँ, both are Gundogan is one of the most underrated players at City, I feel.
Okay.
Again, a player that United were also looking at and did not look at because of injury issues that Gundogan had at Dortmund.
Yeah.
But I still feel that Liverpool's hurts more. City का treble का ऐसा था कि यार I knew that Pep's gonna get it. Like मेरे को ऐसा पता था. Like if you ask a lot of United fans, they would have said कि यार नहीं कुछ तो हारेंगे, Champions League हार जाएंगे, ये हार जाएंगे.
Hmm.
But I kind of knew that this team is that good that they can actually go all the way. So
But I'll just put the context. So last episode में Feeler X was here, and by the way, shout out to Feeler X. I showed him the same slide because it's relevant to most of the United fans. And I'm going to say Orbit has voted, by the way, Liverpool, and so has Vex. So आपके sentiment share करते. But he told me कि पीयूष भाई it was inevitable. Liverpool कभी ना कभी तो जीत ही जाती, but treble मैड्रिड नहीं जीत पाई आज तक. और कुछ ही चुनिंदा टीमें जिन्होंने वो अचीव किया फीट. एंड प्रीमियर लीग में ट्रेबल जीतना वाज आई थिंक मोर डिफिकल्ट फॉर मी टू डाइजेस्ट. और वो भी सिटी जीत गई. कोई और क्लब जीता तो मे बी इतना बुरा ना लगता, बट सिटी
मेरे
क्योंकि
को
वो हम राइवल्स हैं इसलिए मे बी हिज ओपिनियन वाज डिफरेंट.
मेरे को ऐसा है कि चलो ट्रेबल का खिताब तो कम से कम सिटी में रहा ऐसा मैंने ये बोल के जाने
या चलो ठीक है, देन आई विल टेक इट. सोलो फ्लेम, ऑर्बिट एज वेल एज आई थिंक हु ऑर्बिट एंड वेक्स, एवरीबॉडी हैज वोटेड लिवरपूल. फर्स्ट आना ही काउंट होता है. यस यस, ये मोबाइल वही वाली बात, अंकुर की बैटिंग हो गई तो बैट लेके चले गए अपना, वही वाली बात है कि दे ट्राइड देन दे ट्राइड आउट प्रीमियर लीग. या अगुएरो भाई, मतलब even though your opinion does not count, you're a City fan, why are you pointing? ये सब आप मत बोलो यार. I actually enjoyed Liverpool winning the 20th. You have to enjoy यार वरुण भाई, मतलब it had to be enjoyable for you. City का treble happened out of nowhere. What do you mean nowhere? भाई you were there. You also, by the way, your team had the opportunity to stop us उस साल पे, and you also fluffed your end after having 50 points in the first 18 games. उसके बाद आप टाइटल हारे हो, तो you were also culprit there. मत बोलो.
You know why we accepted it? Because we accept that Arsenal are shit enough not to stop any team winning anything ever. Like you can't
Yeah.
expect anything from Arsenal. It's like
By the
थेनोस का हाथ आता है ना वो I'll do it myself. ऐसे ही करना पड़ता है. Like कुछ कर लो. Like तुम लोग कुछ कर लो. like whatever.
बिल्कुल।
कुछ नहीं होता इससे।
रौनव इज हियर यार, बाय द वे हेलो रौनव, थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग। मेसी का 40th असिस्ट हो गया। हाँ भाई, मतलब आई लव योर एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द बारसा फैंस ऑब्सेशन विद मेसी। प्लीज कीप डूइंग इट, प्लीज लव योर आइडल्स एंड प्लीज नेवर फॉरगेट देम। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर कमिंग। कमेंट सेक्शन में अलग ही रोस्टिंग चल रही है। सिटी का ट्रेबल हैज स्टार ओवर इट, वी विल सी दैट स्टार भाई, एस्ट्रिक्स, वील सी दैट, चिंता मत करो आप। व्हाट वील डू इज वी गोइंग टू स्टॉप यू अगेन दिस सीजन वरुण भाई, अगेन। एंड देन यू विल रिमेंबर अस एक बार फिर से कि सिटी ने आपका टाइटल छीन लिया आपसे।
ऑलरेडी
या
फटे में है
150।
सिटी।
वील सी वील
ओडेगार्ड
सी वील सी।
ओडेगार्ड को बोलो कुछ जुलाब वुलाब मिला है इसके इंटरनेशनल के ब्रेक में।
भाई फिर से उसने
ओडे
2 गोल मारे हालैंड ने। मैं बोल रहा हूँ, मैं आपको आज ही बोल देता हूँ वरुण भाई, इफ यू वांट टू क्लिप दिस और नॉट, अगर हालैंड इंजर्ड नहीं हुआ ना इस सीजन, आप नहीं जीतोगे लीग। मैं से लिख के ले लो, बाकी सब इधर उधर हो जाए, हालैंड अगर इंजर्ड हो गया ना तो ही सिटी हारेगी, वरना आप नहीं रोक पाओगे सर। मुझे नहीं लगता आप रोक पाओगे। आई डोंट नो व्हाई, बट मुझे मेसी के मैचेस देखने का मन कर रहा है, तो भाई देखो ना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, कोई प्रॉब्लम
कोई
नहीं है।
बात।
भाई बेस्ट ऑफ लक फ्रॉम माय साइड इन बॉटलर्स को मत जीतने देना। बिल्कुल रौनक भाई, दैट पेप लव इज ऑलवेज देयर, हम नहीं जीतने देंगे इनको, चिंता मत करो। यस,
हम्म।
क्विकली वी मूव ऑन टू द सेकंड स्लाइड, क्योंकि स्लाइड्स काफी हैं एंड टाइम कम है। सो दिस इज द सेकंड स्लाइड मूव भाई, दिस इज गोइंग टू ऐड कॉन्टेक्स्ट टू योर मतलब थिंग।
Ooh. I think Carrick, because to be honest, like underrated बोल के हम लोग पाक को अब देते थे उसका ड्यू, बट कैरिक को अभी भी नहीं मिलता आई फील, इतना जितना पाक को देते हैं हम लोग अपना उसका ड्यू, तो आई फील कैरिक इज मोर अंडररेटेड।
ब्यूटीफुल ब्यूटीफुल। सो इफ यू वांट टू जस्ट हैव सर्टन, जिसने कैरिक को नहीं देखा मोबाइल, यू हैव सीन हिम, you know him, what he means to United fans. If you just want to say something about Carrick in 2 or 3
So,
words, so that we can swiftly move on to the next slide.
so Carrick, if you guys haven't, like, go watch a match, Roma versus United, where we won, I think 7-1 or 6-1. I don't remember. I think 7-1 या 7-2 जीते थे हम लोग वो मैच एट ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड, चैंपियंस लीग। जाके खाली उसकी हाइलाइट्स देखो और कैरिक के 2 गोल्स देखो, दैट विल सम अप कैरिक। Like, he basically around 40 yards, he passed the ball into the net. Like, he used to
Yeah.
pass the ball, like, to the wing, switch it out anywhere, pick a perfect pass. He passed those 2 balls into the net. Beautiful. That's how Carrick was. So I think Carrick was more underrated for sure.
And if you want to say a few words about Jaesung Park and his love,
Eastern Park,
uh,
Three
yeah,
Run Park. I feel that थोड़ा उसको ढंग से, I mean, I would say Sir Alex Ferguson maybe underplayed him a little, like Champions League final में नहीं खेला था, I remember Park, like, I think he deserved to play that against or I think Sir Alex Ferguson also admitted that in
hmm,
the game that we lost to Barca, that if I had Park, we would have won
that
that match.
2010, 2009 semi-final, final, I guess, that Wembley wala. And he
Yep,
said
yep.
that ki just before when I wanted to substitute and bring in Park to mark Messi, Rooney scored that wonderful goal, and it was 1-1 at the halftime, and he thought now he can control the game, but what ended up
Yeah,
happening was again a masterclass from Messi and Pep Guardiola. So
yeah.
yeah, so इधर थोड़ा chat divided है. Some of them are saying Park Ji-sung. Orbit is of the opinion Park Ji-sung. Vex is also saying Park, and
No, but
Solo is
the
of the
thing is
opinion
that
it's Carrick. Yeah.
पार्क के बारे में सब लोग अभी बात करते ही है, like जीशन पार्क, unsung hero, but then while saying this, you are giving him his flowers, so he's fairly rated, I feel now. Carrick is not that rated, like, I feel, and Carrick did a lot of stuff for United, which is underrated.
Yeah.
Defense में भी खेला है वो आदमी, तो कर सकता है।
I think yeah.
You are,
Sorry. I think it's 2011. I guess 9 नहीं था, 11 था. Yeah, yeah.
hmm.
I don't know. It's either Inter के पहले वाला था या बाद में था, but I don't remember the exact year, so I might be wrong. But it's either 11 or 9. I
Hmm.
think it's 11 again. Yeah, yeah. So Mo bhai, quickly on to the third slide, and this is going to be a bit personal for you. And please read the text before you answer.
Okay. Whose legacy is greater at United? Oh, Rooney. Rooney.
You
I
care
would.
to explain as to why?
Uh, he is still United's top scorer. all-time top scorer.
Yeah,
Rooney, even though he had that moment, and everyone in the group remembers that I used to hate Rooney for putting in the transfer request. But ठीक है, like then I was unemployed and I did not know what to say. When you get into the same thing, you understand reasons
yeah,
why people do this.
yeah,
So I forgave Rooney after that. So I feel Rooney, because he stayed, he's done a lot more than Ronaldo did for United than he did in the game. So personal plaudits, maybe Ronaldo has more, but Rooney was a complete footballer. People, you have to accept that. You can't expect Ronaldo to run back all the way back to your D line from where he was, running forward with the ball, all the way back for his passion. If he lost the ball, he would get it back, and you don't see that in a lot of players. And I would respect that player more than, a skill anyway. Hard worker, and he had natural skill, man. I think he is by far. I still believe this. He is England's best player in the last 20-30 years. Rooney.
yeah. Arguably, yes. So इधर भी chat divided, by the way. Orbit is of the opinion it's Rooney, Vex Ronaldo, Ronav is Rooney. Then I think Solo is also Rooney. So यहाँ भी थोड़ा सा divided है, but yeah, I think from an outsider's perspective, it's CR7 hands down because he pulled the eyeball, which is important for any club. From the insider's perspective, obviously Rooney, which I kind of agree with it कि कोई बहुत ही balanced होना पड़ेगा इसको decide करने के लिए. And there is no right answer to these sort of questions. आपको मैं सच बताऊं, it's very subjective.
It is very
People who want
subjective.
to people who want to make case for Rooney would have their say. People who want to talk about Ronaldo, they'll have their say, and both of them will be equally as good, if not better. So it's very subjective. And
But
yes, yes,
I have another take. Like, Ronaldo's first stint at United is still the more entertaining one, according to me. At Real Madrid, he became a goal scorer, and obviously a goal scorer that the world has never seen before. But at United, he was a pure entertainer. Like, the
yeah,
skills,
yeah,
the step overs, you would remember it. Like, his debut,
true,
whatnot.
yeah,
So I loved
and
watching Ronaldo, but overall legacy Rooney. And people forget how good Rooney was, by the way. What he has
yeah,
done. Just go and see the goals that Rooney scored. That Newcastle goal, if you remember, swerving
yeah.
out and then in. What a volley that was. So Rooney has some amazing goals.
One of the most selfless player to have ever played for Manchester United, like Roy Keane, played only for the badge. Played started as a midfielder, went to play on the wings, played as a nine, plays as a 10, even went on to play as an eight at the fag end of the career. Never complained about anything. कुछ भी होता था, he was always there, captain, everything. The Rooney is
Na-
Rooney, bhai. You cannot discount Rooney. I mean, yeah, even though Ronaldo is Ronaldo, but Rooney was equally as important to United fans actually.
Yeah.
Roshi is here. Hello, Roshi. Yaar. Hello, Roshi. He also is of the opinion that it's Rooney. Agreed. Boils down to personal preferences and likes and likeness. Yes, for me, the Sir David is English best player.
David
Who Sir? It's a
Beckham.
Beckham. Nah,
रो-
nah, nah.
रौनक
No,
कितना देखा है तूने बेकहम को?
nah,
साले
bhai.
पैदा भी हुआ था क्या
I
तब?
mean, I don't even think United fans would agree with
To be
you on
honest,
this. I mean, yeah.
David
There's so
Beckham,
many. There are so
I,
many.
I haven't seen him play like itna
Yeah,
because
yeah,
until I started watching United, he was already gone. So
yeah.
I don't know. David was also.
पूरा कोई नहीं बोलेगा he pays Messi इसलिए I prefer him. अच्छा, okay. Okay. So quickly we move on to the next slide, and again, Mo bhai, this is also going to be a bit tough for you. So brace yourself.
Greatest ever United.
Academy grad.
यार यहाँ पर ऐसा है
You
ना
just
कि
have to pick one.
you you just have to eliminate like Gary Neville,
Huh?
not the best player. Beckham left early, so I would not pick him. Uh, Giggs, Bhabhi lover. So no score.
अरे भाई, अरे भाई.
Scholes. Scholes is my favorite player. Like, so
Yeah.
I would not pick anyone else. Not very difficult for me. Just Scholes.
मतलब apart
Easy.
from that love वाला thing यार, मतलब if you want to tell people what Gigs was for United
Giggs,
as well, Mobile.
Giggs was consistent. Like, you would always expect a good game from Giggs. He would always give his all. all like हम लोग अभी बोलते हैं ना जो अभी हमारी complaints है कि you don't feed the striker. I feel
Yeah,
you need a player like Giggs to feed the striker. Like he would always go on the wings, put in that perfect cross, grounded चाहिए grounded मिलेगा, हवा में चाहिए हवा में मिलेगा, and it would be perfect. If Giggs was there, or a player like Giggs was there when Hoyland is playing, Hoyland would
yeah,
score 15 more goals in the Premier League alone. I'm telling you, because he would feed him more. All right.
yeah.
So Giggs did a lot of more selfless stuff, but Scholes, man, Scholes is just pure love.
I
Like
mean,
what he did.
Scholes is one player without who I can safely say is a player without any blemish, man. मतलब even gigs for that matter, ठीक है वो off the field जो भी हुआ, but I mean gigs, we all remember that season when Moyes was sacked. Bhai, he was the player manager, he was managing United for a brief time, and then he
Yeah.
he he removed his suit, went on to the track, and then he did the warm up and came back as a player, and he still assisted that game, by the way. Again,
Yeah.
Beckham is Beckham, bhai. I mean, he was the iconic figure there. People used to come and watch football because Beckham was playing. Even Neville, for that matter, bhai. वो जो पंडितरी की वजह से, I think he has been so hated by most of the fans. But as a player, as a captain, he also gave
He laid
everything.
himself down. He wasn't bad. He wasn't bad at all. For consistency and what a defender should do. That. So what people do now is they compare the new era versus the old era. They do the mistake of comparing the modern era versus the old era, right? For
Yeah,
an old era, whatever defenders or fullbacks were told to do was defending. They weren't asked to go forward and bomb forward and do all this. This has
yeah, yeah.
come in the modern era. All right. And Giggs has assist to his name as well. He used to put in a good cross. So
Hmm.
people when they say कि, Array Trent is a much better player than Gary Neville, these were two separate eras. All right. If
100%.
Trent was in Gary Neville's era, he would be eaten up alive. He didn't have the
That
physicality to go toe to toe. So
that is true.
yeah.
This is the only show where you can speak about trend like that. By the way, if you say something this reasonable in front of any other panel, they would just eat you alive. कि भाई क्या
Yeah.
बोल रहा है, क्या बोल रहा है, ऐसे नहीं. But whatever you're saying, it has to be put in context, and whatever you said is exactly right, because the game has changed drastically. The
Yeah.
demands have changed. Players have to adapt. Back then, Gary Neville was the slider. भाई वो बंदा ऐसे ऐसे टैकल मारता था. He also fought for the batch, and that was the beauty. जिसने नहीं देखी है, Netflix में वो डॉक्यूमेंट्री है, The Class of '92. Please go and watch. Even if
Sure.
you're not a United fan, even if you hate United, just watch it for the purpose of understanding as to what Sir Alex mindset was back then, and how he inculcated these young boys who went on to become such great superstars of the game. So please do watch. It's a must recommended Netflix series. Justice for fan system. हाँ, वो हो जाएगा. Skol seems to get a lot of love and out of, yes, Ankur, I mean, I let Moe Bhai say a few words, but before that I would say Scholes के साथ ऐसी सीन थी कि वो आज भी वैसे ही है भाई. आई मीन ही सच अ, मतलब फैमिली मैन टाइप ऑफ पर्सन. वो तब भी कुछ इंटरव्यूज में उल्टा पुल्टा नहीं बोलता था. ही जस्ट डिड व्हाट ही हैड टू डू ऑन द पिच. उसके बारे में एक फेमस स्टोरी है. ही रिटायर्ड एंड सर एलेक्स वेंट टू हिज हाउस एंड ही सेड, ही कन्विंस्ड हिम कि यार एक साल वापस आ जाओ बिकॉज आई नीड यू. ऐसा बहुत कम होता है कि इतना कोई मैनेजर किसी प्लेयर को रिस्पेक्ट करे और प्लेयर मैनेजर को उसी तरह रिस्पेक्ट करे. ही केम आउट ऑफ द रिटायरमेंट, दे वॉन द लीग, and that is Scholes for you, bhai. And he still remains the one of the best midfielders for me, just slightly behind, let's say, Gerrard on second position, but yeah, but just slightly.
Like मैं कह रहा हूँ कि I know we get into this argument that Gerrard is better than Scholes. ठीक है होगा, but where is your Premier League badge, Mr. Gerrard? Where is it?
ये आप मुझे मत बोलो, ये लिवरपूल फैन से बोलना, मुझे कुछ फर्क नहीं
नहीं
पड़ता
मैं
उनसे. मैं बस
उनको
पर्सनल
ही पूछ
प्रेफरेंस
रहा हूँ
बोल
मैं,
रहा हूँ. हाँ,
उनको
मैं
ही पूछ
पर्सनल प्रेफरेंस बोल रहा हूँ. फॉर मी हिम, फॉर मी
नहीं तो
द थ्री बेस्ट
आप तो
मिडफील्डर्स, थ्री
लिवरपूल
बेस्ट
फैन
मिडफील्डर्स. या
what
या
they do is they go ahead, like हम लोग ऑल टाइम 11 कर रहे थे तो स्कोल्स तो डाल दिया उन लोगों ने. उनको पता था कि नहीं झगड़ सकते तो फिर दे जस्ट पुट इन स्कोल्स. जेरार्ड के साथ मांडवली करके स्कोल्स और जेरार्ड दोनों को डाल दिया. I was like, ठीक है डालो.
ये तो
ठीक
आप
है.
इसका आंसर तो आई विल टेक ऑर्बिट. बाय द वे, दिस हैज टू बी वन ऑफ द मोस्ट क्रिमिनल थिंग दैट अ पर्सन कैन डू. एंड ये मो भाई है उसके कल्परेट. ही मेड
ईश
ऑल टाइम
ईश भाई
11 एंड लेफ्ट
ईश
रोनाल्डो
भाई
आउट. यू आर
ईश भाई
इक्वली रिस्पॉन्सिबल. आई सॉ दैट
तो
स्ट्रीम, बाय द वे. यू
यार
आर
मैं
इक्वली रिस्पॉन्सिबल.
मैं
आप
मैं
थोड़ा समझ में, बोथ ऑफ यू फ्लफ्ड योर लाइन, बोथ यू एंड ईश भाई, एंड आई वाज सो सरप्राइज यार गिग्स को ले लिया आपने, यू लेफ्ट आउट रोनाल्डो जस्ट बिकॉज यू वांटेड टू अकोमोडेट सला। चलो कर देते सला को, बट यू कुड हैव
Let me
प्लेड हिम देयर ऑन द लेफ्ट।
let me paint a picture for you. Abhi, you had Indie Cop na? Abhi, थोड़े time पहले on your channel, or did
नो
you
नो नो,
have
अभी
you
अभी
had
वी आर
the?
नॉट कलर।
Okay,
नो।
okay. So Nitika was there. Okay,
जी।
so the context is that Rahul called Nitika. All right,
या।
Rahul is a Liverpool fan, obviously, so he messaged her, and we got her last minute. Ke, she's coming and doing that stream. Ish bhai भी last minute. So Ish bhai को मैं एक week से chase कर रहा था कि Ish bhai आ जाओ. Actually, I reached out to 5 to 6 United fans. Okay, we need a guest for this stream. All right, we have Nitika who's ready. We need a guest for the stream, and ईश भाई को मैंने एक वीक पहले मैसेज किया था। ईश भाई ने बोला यार थोड़ा पहले बोल दिया होता तो मैं आ गया होता। और ये उन्होंने मेरे को जिस दिन स्ट्रीम था उस दिन बोला। मैं बोला ईश भाई वैसे बोला था मैंने आपको 6 दिन पहले, तो कि ओ शिट तो मैं आता हूँ। ठीक है, ईश भाई आए।
ही वाज
ईश भाई
सिक, ही गॉट इंजर्ड एज वेल, राइट? उनके हाथ में चोट लग गई थी बाय द वे।
he had a
या
casket
या
on
या।
his hand, so he was injured while he was doing the stream. And so ये लोग ने बोला कि ठीक है साला को दे देते हैं। ठीक है, मैंने बोला ब्रो बट थोड़ा आर्ग्यू, तो कि नहीं नहीं साला को दे देते हैं। और ये नील और ईश भाई दोनों ऐसा बोल रहे थे। नील भी था उस दिन स्ट्रीम पे।
No,
जब
what are you? Why are you explaining yourself, Mo Bhai? I was there, and
अरे मैं
people
बताता हूँ
who were not there. No, no, no. People who were not there, please go watch that stream. इनसे मत सुनो, ये बंदा कुछ भी कहानी सुनाएगा. Go
फनी।
there and see how miserable this person was. I mean, चलो ठीक है. Not having Ronaldo is another issue, but they didn't fight for it. भाई मान गए तुरंत ही. हाँ हाँ
सुनो
ठीक
तो
है,
सही,
हटा दो
सुनो
हटा
तो
दो.
सही। मैंने बोला ईश भाई लेफ्ट विंग है, ये रोनाल्डो को डाल देते हैं। ठीक है, अब सीन ये वो है कि पूरी स्ट्रीम में नितिका का नाम है NITIKA, नितिका।
And they kept on calling him Nikita.
And
I was
Rahul,
there.
Rahul while introducing her was like, guys, अगर आप निकिता को नहीं जानते हो तो प्लीज
Yeah.
फॉलो हर कंटेंट, यू आर स्टूपिड इफ यू आर नॉट फॉलोइंग ऑलरेडी। और
Yeah.
निकिता बोल रहा है उसको कि
And by
मैं
the way,
निकिता को एक
to
साल
be
से
fair,
फॉलो
Mo
कर
bhai,
रहा
but
हूँ।
हाँ, to be fair, Nikita Di didn't even, मतलब Nikita Di
करेक्ट,
didn't even,
करेक्ट,
हाँ, yeah, she was so gracious, Indie Cop, she was so gracious कि उन्होंने एक बार बोला भी नहीं कि राहुल, you're mispronouncing
No,
my name, so please
if
correct
you
it नहीं, and she let it be. Such a
if you
wonderful
go
person, by the way.
if you go back and check the stream, okay, Nitika was the one who said मेरे हिसाब से gigs आना चाहिए। तो
Hmm.
मैंने ईश भाई को बोला ईश भाई रोनाल्डो को नहीं डाल, मैंने मेरी एग्जैक्ट लाइन है, ईश भाई अगर रोनाल्डो को नहीं डाला तो देयर विल बी पीपल हु अनसब्सक्राइब टू माय चैनल। ठीक है। मैंने ये बोल
You should be
मैंने बोल
unsubscribed, by the way,
मैंने
Mo
मैंने
bhai.
मैंने ये बोला है। ठीक है, कि पीपल विल अनसब्सक्राइब टू माय चैनल। तो बोलता है कि नहीं नहीं नितिका भी बोल रही है तो डाल देते हैं। तो वो रिस्पेक्ट में मैंने डाल दिया। मैंने बोला ठीक है। मैंने ईश भाई स्ट्राइकर भी रूनी है हमारे पास, हम लोग क्यों नहीं डाल रहे रोनाल्डो को। नहीं नहीं ठीक है, फिर रह गया, निकल गया बस। तो फिर क्या करें अब,
Yeah.
व्हाट डू आई डू।
Okay, Divya bhai was yes, he was
मतलब
saying
लोग
Scholes was the
रोनाल्डो
only
के
player
बिना
to have. Yeah.
रोनाल्डो के बिना हम लोग वो जीत गए बाय द वे।
It is not
द
about
एंटायर
It is not about जीतना हारना यार. Don't justify yourself. Don't you committed a sin far worse than what KV bhai did, by the way. So आप तो बिल्कुल justify मत करो इसको. I don't know यार, ये मेरे कैमरा क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है, but whatever. दिव्य भाई saying Scholes was the only player जिसको कभी हेयर ड्रायर नहीं मिला, which is true. And Ankur is saying just Gerard be like मुझे क्यों धोया. अरे भाई. uh, चार्ल्स इज सेइंग मो भाई अब डेविड बेकहम भी सर बन चुके हैं. What saying? By the way, what is this legacy of Sir Alex, Scholes, Neville, Rooney are the worst PL pundits ever. Neville is the worst La Liga mega ever. But by the way, Charles, by I mean, it was never about who is what. I mean, it's just a very subjective concept, यार. मतलब मैं मेरे हिसाब से वो जो स्लाइड थी उसका सिर्फ इतना ही मतलब था कि आपके हिसाब से आप किसको सबसे ज्यादा एकेडमिक ग्रेजुएट को रेट करते हो. And there can be multiple answers and it's very subjective. People
yeah.
who can have a partisan view would say Giggs was he had more longevity. People would say most of the people would agree कि it's Scholes, but there are few people who would argue कि it was Beckham because Beckham was the one who brought the charm back to it. Even some would say it is Gary Neville. So it was subjective in that way. Yes, sixer. It was criminal, by the way. Never gonna forgive for that. बिल्कुल इनको माफी नहीं मिलनी चाहिए इसके लिए. इनके लिए भी एक apology stream हम करते हैं. रुक जाओ, बनाते हैं इनके लिए भी. You will never be forgiven. He just distracting us with हाँ sixer. You got the gist, भाई. You got the gist, by the way. यही हुआ था. सही बोल रहा हूँ. Yes,
एंड
distraction game. Ferguson structure. Yeah,
अभी भी वो
yeah, yeah.
नितिका को तो निकिता ही बोल रहा है सिक्सर बाय द वे इन चैट.
अरे तो ठीक है भाई, अब आप डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो रहे हो बाय द वे मो भाई. आई एम सो सॉरी यार, आई हैव टू जस्ट स्विच ऑफ माय कैमरा. आई डोंट नो व्हाई इट्स लैगिंग, तो मैं थोड़ा सा ऑडियो मोड पे ही रहूंगा. मो भाई इज गोइंग टू बी shown here. Charles is saying Ferguson students are noise makers for Sky Sports. Pep students are coaches. Ancelotti students are coaches. Wenger students are coaches, and one of them even became the president. I know Charles, bhai, but that the question was not about who. It is just about who graduated and went on to become one of the best players. So it is nothing to do with as to what they're doing right now in their lives. But we have to admit here, us moment pe the class of 92, and I think still is the best crop of players to have graduated in a single year. That is what I would say. In terms of अगर longevity की बात करोगे, आई थिंक सिटी टीम्स के पास भी बहुत सारे अब प्लेयर्स हैं जो बहुत ज्यादा आगे बढ़ गए. इवन आर्सेनल फॉर दैट मैटर हैं. बट एक सीजन में फॉर 1 year एंड दैट ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल टू वेंट ऑन टू अचीव सो मेनी थिंग, ओनली लामसिया मैचेस देम फॉर मी, मेरे हिसाब से. इस पे भी अपॉलॉजी स्ट्रीम होनी चाहिए. बिल्कुल, मैं तो मोबाइल को पकड़ के लाऊंगा उनको. प्लीज, मैं इनको पकड़ के लाता हूँ इस बात के लिए. बंदों ने हेंडरसन ओवर ओजिल होने दिया था. ये तुम रिस्पॉन्सिबल हो ऑर्बिट, बाय द वे. व्हाट आर यू सेइंग? यू वर देयर ऑन द चैट्स, राइट? Yeah. So quickly we'll move on. We'll move on to the next slide, and there are only few slides left. Mobile only 2. This is the second last slide for you.
Who was the foundational piece that made Fergie's dynasty? Foundational piece. Ek minute. What happened to you, man?
Come back. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
What happened to you? मेरे को लगा कहाँ चले गए. I was like, okay.
नहीं,
Who was the
I was
who was the
fixing something.
who was the foundational piece that made the Fergie's dynasty? I would say Cantona. He founded it, and Roy Keane carried it forward.
मतलब, is it that simple, Mo bhai? Because I feel a bit different on this.
No,
I kind of think
Cantona
Roy Keane,
was that
but he
first
was,
piece of the puzzle. He
yeah,
was.
first or final.
No, first piece of the puzzle. And then Roy Keane was one of the final pieces of the puzzle. मेरे हिसाब से. But that's me. It could be different. And to be honest, I haven't seen Cantona play. I am saying this out of my ass when I say that Cantona was one of those class players that Sir Alex Ferguson would fight for, because he did the same for Berbatov. Berbatov, Veron, and Cantona was one of those first pieces that fit into the puzzle. And Roy Keane was the last one to fit in. Like, the last guy would, obviously when I say this is all as contextual, but obviously Cantona was the first one.
Vex is of the opinion Cantona, Sixer is of the opinion Keane, Orbit is of the opinion Cantona. But Charles भाई देखो, listen, it is not about, it is subjective. जो आप बोल रहे हो ना, of course I have not seen whoever Busby Babes. I have only heard about him. I don't know, most of the people जो हमारी एज के नहीं देखा होगा, and people अब पीछे जाके नहीं देखते हैं. That is the honest truth that I am going to express right now. But it was subjective. It is only guest oriented, and I wanted to put Mo Bhai into those situations which he himself has seen. तो अब मेरे हिसाब से जो मैंने देखा, मैं उस पर ही सवाल पूछूंगा उनसे ना. दैट इज व्हाट द होल पॉइंट इज. नो ऑफेंस टू यू, आपका जो पॉइंट है आई अंडरस्टैंड वेरी वेल सेड एज वेल, एंड इट्स ऑल्सो सब्जेक्टिव. आप जो बोल रहे हो वो आपके लिए सही है, जो मो भाई बोल रहे हैं वो उनके लिए सही है. देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम देयर. कैंटोना जैसी स्टोरी सुनी है. कैंटोना हेल्प एसएएफ वन हिज फर्स्ट. When you win first, you keep on winning, which is true, Solo, which is true. And he was the torch bearer back then. Shashi Bhai ka favorite player hai wo. So yes, he's Cantona was the starting piece for Sir Alex. Yeah. Captain Keane. Okay, so before we end this stream, there's one last slide that is coming for Mo Bhai, and this is a bit, I don't know, it's even if मेरे हिसाब से तो controversial नहीं है, but a lot of United fans don't agree with me. तो मैं Mo Bhai का opinion भी जानना चाहूँगा. This.
Okay. Very interesting. I think.
And you have to, by the way, this is the last slide, so you're going to have to explain it to me as to why why whatever you choose. And by the way, chat, जिसको नहीं पता, these are the two United's best team, 2007-8 on the left and 99 treble on the right.
Yeah, we did the
I
double
just
on
give
the left and we did the treble on the right.
Yeah,
Basically,
that is true. But for me, in my opinion, we had a very good discussion on this. One of the best streams that I ever conducted, that was the Mystery Stream episode 2, where eventually what happened was United 07-08 was voted as the best team ever in terms of any team that has ever played for Premier League for one
yeah.
season. But people who were there participating, in fact, Sashi Bhai was of the opinion that it is 99. I don't agree
No,
with it.
I think I saw the entire stream and even Ankit Bhai was saying, and he said that he saw the team, so he saw them winning. So he was also of the opinion that treble. So the thing is that I have only seen the treble winning team through a documentary. I haven't seen them live. I have
Yep.
seen this 07-08 team, and it was a brilliant team. I've seen this match live where they won
Yep.
the Champions League, and it was when you know they weren't expecting us to win, like but yeah, I would have to agree with others and say that the treble winning team is the best ever.
Okay.
Like oh
Good.
seven
But
oh eight comes close, and I would even argue कि वो भी बहुत अच्छी team थी, like and they also could do a treble, pretty close to doing a treble, but
lost to Portsmouth, by the way. What are you saying? Not even
close to the
not
sense,
in the
मतलब मैं कह रहा हूँ
not even
कि
in the quarter finals. पहले ही बाहर हो गया था आप 7-8 में. हाँ, मत
वो
मतलब
ठीक
प्लीज.
वो ठीक है, बट आई वाज लाइक कि जीत सकते थे, लाइक फॉर श्योर,
Yeah.
लाइक दैट टीम वाज स्ट्रांग इनफ, प्रोबेबली पता है किस बकचोदी से हम लोग बाहर हुए होंगे, सो एलेक्स फर्गसन ने, तब तो पीपल डिड नॉट यूज्ड टू टेक, लाइक अभी तो यूनाइटेड की क्या हालत है, वी प्ले अ फुल टीम अगेंस्ट टीम्स लाइक पोर्ट्समouth, तब तो आई
Hmm.
एम श्योर बच्चे खिलाए होंगे और वो बाहर निकले
नहीं
होंगे, आई
नहीं
डोंट
आई
इवन
थिंक
रिमेंबर द
आई
गेम.
थिंक आई थिंक ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी भाई आई वॉच दैट डॉक्यूमेंट्री 7-8 वाली. आई थिंक ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी ही प्लेड अ गुड टीम. आई थिंक शायद रेड कार्ड मिल गया था. इट्स इधर रूनी और रोनाल्डो, समवन किसी एक को रेड कार्ड मिल गया था. एंड दे जस्ट केप्ट ऑन डिफेंडिंग एंड वन अपॉर्चुनिटी दैट दे गॉट, they scored that goal. I think कॉर्नर वॉर्नर से मार दिया. I'm not sure, मैं exactly नहीं बोल सकता. I'm not going to claim कि ऐसे ही हुआ था, but this is what I remember from
मेरे को
that
याद
season.
नहीं है यार, अभी तुम बोल रहे हो तो मैं आई एम जस्ट लुकिंग इट अप. यूनाइटेड एफए कप रन. Who won it, by the way? Champions. Portsmouth जीते थे वो चैंपियनशिप, वो लोग जीत नहीं है तो
That I don't
चैंपियनशिप.
know. That I don't know.
Portsmouth
Who
won the
लो
FA
उन्हीं से
Cup
हारे
looks
थे
like.
2000. Yeah.
तो ठीक है, तो जो जीता उनसे हारे तो चलेगा, I'll take
ये
that.
देखो, Vex is of the opinion 2007 for me as well. Orbit is also of the opinion 8 for me. Solo is also of the opinion 8 for me. I have not watched both. कोई बात नहीं भाई. But
That's
you must
okay.
have heard the stories, right? You must have.
No,
Starting
so
piece is Peter Schmeichel. Last piece of Jigsaw was French number 7 from Leeds. Again, I agree, Charles. This is what I
for
said
me,
to
but
Mo Bhai.
it was
It
also
was
there
it
was a
was
two
no, no. I'll tell
options.
you why. Because you guys had assembled a very good team. So Peter Schmeichel was there. I think Hughes were there. There were so many players. I don't even remember all of them names. But I think it was only when once Cantona's transfer happened from Leeds, right? It was only then you won the Premier League. पहला तो आप हार गए थे ना उससे, क्या नाम है? Which was a Blackburn Rovers से. The first ever Premier League you lost. You came second, and
Hmm.
then came Cantona, and he did what he did again. By the way, so yeah.
We lost to Portsmouth in the sixth round, like right before the quarterfinals में हारे थे,
हाँ, तो यही तो
and then
बोला कि क्वार्टर फाइनल ही पहुंचे थे आप, उसके आगे जा भी नहीं पाए थे. आई सॉ दैट मैच ना, अभी कुछ दिन पहले ही देखा था मैंने. आई नो.
yeah.
या प्लीज या डू प्लीज लाइक द स्ट्रीम. प्लीज बी, जो लोग भी यहाँ पर हैं, प्लीज वॉच एंड सब्सक्राइब टू FBX as well. And so this was it for the slides. But I'm going to take few messages, then I'm going to let Moe Bhai speak for few words, and then we'll close the stream after that. दोनों ही फाइनल्स में हम कन्विंसिंगली नहीं जीते थे, which is true. And Solo, by the way, this 7-8 season, I think you guys would remember if you watched it. मतलब चेल्सी को आपने प्रीमियर लीग में भी हराया था by 3 points, एंड आपने फाइनल भी हराया था. So what could have been? और इधर तो 99 में तो भाई कितने सारे मिरेकल्स हुए आप लोग के साथ. ट्रेबल तो
कन्विंसिंग भी क्या ही बोले,
0
मतलब
Bergkamp did not miss the penalty versus Schmeichel. Salah, Giggs, हाँ ने माराडोना स्टाइल में गोल मारा था. They were weak that match truly, but luck. Yeah, you have to get certain luck in your favor in order to win trophies. यार मेरे को नहीं लगता कि अगर आपका थोड़ा सा लकी होना ही पड़ता है ट्रेबल वेबल जीतने के लिए, तो मेरे को लगता है बहुत ज्यादा लक
चार्ल्स,
चाहिए.
आप मेरे को ये बताओ चार्ल्स कि अगर it is it not true that luck favors the brave, and if United did not push so much and stretch it till the end, like push everything out, like वो corners के लड़ रहे हैं tooth and nail. There are so many strikers out. That is also a risk if you have four strikers playing on the pitch together, trying to score a goal. So you make your own luck, I feel, in these situations. Like, so sometimes if you're not in those positions, even luck won't help you. So luck only
True.
helps you when you get into those difficult positions. And
Then why do you complain when Liverpool was scoring all those last minute goals? By the way, Mo bhai, I remember one of your streams. You were saying,
mm,
"Bhai, तुम लोग तो सिर्फ lucky हो because you get the goals." In fact, that Burnley वाले match के बाद, I was there in your review वाला stream. हाँ,
yeah.
अपनी बातें Mo bhai बहुत जल्दी बोलते हैं. Conveniently, by the way, Charles,
वो मैं
I don't know.
वो
I'm
यूनाइटेड
not
के
sure.
बारे वो
Maybe
यूनाइटेड के बारे में ही सच है, वो लिवरपूल के बारे में
हाँ,
सच नहीं
देखो
है.
देखो. एंड बाय द वे चार्ल्स, आई एम नॉट श्योर बडी, मे बी शायद जो आप बोल रहे हो वो सही होगा. आई डोंट रिमेंबर करेक्टली, बट अगर ये बात है देन आई ऑफ कोर्स चेक इट आउट. और अगर आप श्योर हो तो देन गिव मी अ थम्स अप. आप देख सकते हो तो एक दो, बिकॉज आई रिमेंबर ब्लैकबर्न विनिंग द फर्स्ट प्रीमियर लीग सीजन. इंग्लिश टाइटल का नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, प्रीमियर लीग का. दिस इज व्हाट आई रिमेंबर. फर्स्ट या सेकंड आई डोंट नो, बट ब्लैकबर्न रोज
92
वन.
is when the Premier League started, so United did not win the first one, I think.
हाँ, आई थिंक या यूनाइटेड डिड नॉट विन द फर्स्ट वन. एक बार आप चेक कर लेना चार्ल्स भाई. आई एम सिक ऑफ मोबाइल एंड स्टिल वाचिंग यू एंड पीयूष भाई. थैंक यू सो मच वेक्स फॉर बीइंग सो पेशेंट. मुझे तो बस आपका हाल चाल पूछना था. थोड़ी सी फिक्र हो रही थी, बस कुछ और नहीं. सिर्फ ये जानना चाहता था कि आप ठीक हो. किसके बारे में पूछ रहे हो रितिन भाई? इतना इमोशनल मैसेज लिख रहे हो. This is why football newbies like me watch these live streams to hear from OG fans about legacy. And अरे beautiful यार सिक्स. First of all, nobody is a newbie. It's just that आप थोड़े से younger हो गए एज में, मो भाई और थोड़े ज़्यादा experience है. But you're going to tell the same stories about, I hope not this United, the United that is going to come, the resurgent United, and you're going to very passionately tell everybody, the younger generations that are going to come after you, that जब मैं support करता था United didn't do well, but आप तो यूनाइटेड सपोर्ट भी नहीं करते बाय द वे, बट अगर करते हो तो then you guys can have a wonderful Bollywood style movie as well. This is why अच्छा okay, win is win, convincing or otherwise, that is true. चार्ल्स अपनी लास्ट स्ट्रीम पे थे ऑन FBX. या बाय 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 बाय. या अगर
Uh,
लिवरपूल के टिपिकल फैंस को दिखाना है तो सी हमारा राहुल भाई. या दैट्स ट्रू. ओके, सो क्विकली आई जस्ट हैव टू से it was a wonderful experience, Mo bhai. I mean,
Amazing.
I'm
It
glad
was
that
beautiful.
I could have you here. And I don't know how you felt. I'll let you speak there as well. But before you do, thank you so much in that everybody who stayed in the chats. Thank you so much for such an intriguing discussion. Everybody participated. Big shout out to Orbit, Vex, and everybody who was there. I think Ankur and Solo. And if I'm missing someone, Ronav or whoever it was, Charles Bhai as well. Everybody who was here. Thank you for Ritin Bhai. Everybody who was here supporting and having their say. It really means a lot. मुझे अच्छा लगता है जब आप लोग डिस्कशन करते हो. इट काइंड ऑफ इंट्रीग्स मी मोर. एंड इट वाज अ वंडरफुल स्ट्रीम ऑन माय साइड. मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा मो भाई को होस्ट करके. आई होप मो भाई को भी अच्छा लगा. ही जस्ट सेव पार्टिंग वर्ड्स बिफोर वी एंड द स्ट्रीम. यस मो भाई प्लीज.
Yeah, so amazing experience. To be honest, I was waiting कि मेरा chance कब आएगा ये series में.
अरे
Like so many people I saw coming onto the stream, and I was like, yes. I wanted to come here, and it was such like I have to give props to Piyush. And Varun said this, like Varun जब last stream पे आया था, right, where you did that amazing stream.
या
Varun said that Piyush conducts this so well, and we should call him on FPX more often. I was like, anytime I think we should call him for. So we do review and previews. So I was like, हर बार उसको invite तो करते ही हैं हम लोग. Like so, it's just that time does not match sometimes. But Piyush has been making wonderful content, and I hope he keeps doing it for a long time. And yeah, we would just want to be a part of that journey. Crazy good. And yeah, I hope we stay connected and make content. I just question, like I said in the starting, I just question his life choices, not his,
Yeah,
you know,
बिल्कुल। My
content
my
choices.
my contrary question to you would be भाई इतना इतना embarrass होने के बाद भी how are you supporting United by the way? You should change your side and come to the other side of Manchester now. By the way, Vex, यार, please take care, यार, भाई. I might have not understood the meaning of sick, but please take care of yourself. Have medicines and take rest. And thank you so much for coming to this show. And I hope you guys join me on the next episodes as well, where I try to bring more beautiful creators with more beautiful stories. And yeah, hello Parthiv bhai, yaar, you just bit late क्योंकि खत्म होने वाला है, बट थैंक यू सो मच फॉर कमिंग. यू केम, आप जाके एक बार वापस स्ट्रीम देखना. इट वाज अनदर यूनाइटेड क्लासिक. एंड अगेन, certain opinions of Mo bhai I'd respect, because he said what he said was very good, but कुछ कुछ अभी भी I still feel कि मुझे समझ नहीं आया क्यों उन्होंने बोला. But yeah, that's Mo bhai
Okay,
for
give
you. that
example.
that that
वो
is Moe Bhai. I
ये
still feel, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. The treble wala one, because I don't understand. I cannot wrap my head around the situation where a person is saying ki
I'll
just
tell you why.
because a number is matching, a
No,
number
no,
is, they had
it's
already
not.
won 19, right?
No. It's not. क्या अच्छा ओ treble वाला scene.
Treble,
Oh
treble,
no.
treble. No, not
यार
99 and 2008. नहीं, treble and 20th league title.
तो यार I'll tell you what. We know Liverpool fans, right? Liverpool fans को हम बहुत time से, like you have to understand the rivalry, all right?
I
Even if
understand.
even हाँ मतलब in the sense के I'm sure you understand, but
Yeah,
the rivalry within friends, like obviously this is an English rivalry, it shouldn't matter to us, but
yeah, true.
like but friends around us, like so Arshin, Rahul, all these guys always stay humble. You know, अरे ऐसा नहीं, हम लोग तो ऐसा करते नहीं, ये नहीं करते. जिस तरह से वो लोग 20th जीते हैं और जिस
Yeah,
तरह से उन लोग ने कलर चेंज करके अब एकदम अलग लोग बन गए ना. आई वाज वेटिंग फॉर दिस, नॉट आई वांटेड नॉट टू हैपन. ऑलराइट, तुम राहुल के हाव भाव देखो हमारे लास्ट सीजन के 30th गेम वीक तक, नहीं नहीं हम लोग तो नहीं जीतेंगे ये वो, और 30th के बाद 32nd के बाद अरे तुम चूते हो, तुमसे कुछ नहीं होगा, यूनाइटेड तो ये क्लब है वो क्लब है. आई न्यू एग्जैक्टली दिस इज इट्स व्हाट्स गोना हैपन. एंड सिटी के साथ क्या है कि ठीक है फाइन, लाइक इट इज स्टिल अ राइवलरी. And I know there was a lot of hate when it comes to Tavez, what happened with Tavez, then what Sir Alex Ferguson said about City, then a lot of history is there as well, and it is quite recent as well. So if I wanted to hate it, that is actually
but
a lot of hurt as
Mobhai,
well.
you touched it, and this is where I think
I
people
sincerely, I,
misunderstand all of us.
I
No,
sincerely
no,
thought,
just say, yeah,
एक minute before
please.
I sincerely hope that when Liverpool get to the 20th, we would be much more ahead. All right, that is
Okay.
why it hurts more. Personally, I thought we
Fine,
will be at
I'll take that.
24, 25.
I was just pulling your leg, yaar, Mo bhai. I know, I
I
respect
know.
all your opinions. The whole point was that this is where people misunderstand me, and most
Mm,
of the people, like when people tell me, how can you not, yeah, how can you not hate United? I am not a
mm,
Manchester boy. I
mhm.
I I am not embodied in that culture, right? I am not
Yeah,
born there. I don't understand the trolling. Started supporting City because I fell in love with David Silva. Everything else came after that. And
yeah,
when City started dominating, it was the end of United back then. So I had never felt a hate towards United. आप
yeah,
अगर समझ पाओगे मैं क्या बोलना चाह रहा हूँ. और उससे भी एक बड़ी बात बोलूंगा, मैं सिर्फ यूनाइटेड को ही देखता था उसके पहले. तो यू कैन नॉट हेट अ क्लब जिसको आपने बचपन से देखा है जस्ट बिकॉज यू सपोर्टिंग द क्लब जिसकी ट्रेडिशनल राइवल्स है. ऐसा नहीं होता है. और मैंने बताया, इट इज द क्लब दैट चूजेज यू, नॉट द अदर वे
yeah,
अराउंड. आई कैन नॉट सिट हियर एंड टेल मी, अगर मैं आज फुटबॉल देखूंगा जस्ट बिकॉज सिटी इज प्लेइंग ब्यूटीफुल फुटबॉल, इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी दैट आई एम गोइंग टू सपोर्ट दैट क्लब. Maybe I'll support a Dortmund, maybe I'll support a Liverpool, maybe I support a United because it's the underdog story now. यूनाइटेड
yeah,
अब अंडरडॉग स्टोरी है. तो इट, जो आप जैसी पर्सनालिटी होते हो, जैसे आप पर्सन होते हो, आप उसी की तरह ग्रेविटेट होते हो इस समय में. आई एम श्योर मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल, सब लोगों को अंडरडॉग स्टोरी ही पसंद होगी. एंड दैट इज वेयर इट केम फ्रॉम, कि मैंने कभी वो स्कोर लाइन देखी नहीं थी, किसी क्लब ने 6 गोल नहीं मारे थे यूनाइटेड के खिलाफ. एंड दैट इज वेयर द लव ऑफ सिटी केम. यार ये क्या हो गया. when you know a club that has been dominating football for 20 years and seeing them so miserable, there is a sense of, I think, sadistic pleasure, and then you kind of enjoy it. अपने भाई को बुरा feel करते हो, because that is brotherly love for each other, right? And
That's what
that
I'm
is where
saying.
the
Like,
love comes.
that's what I'm saying. Varun also started supporting Arsenal just because I was supporting United and Arsenal.
Yeah,
और तब Arsenal had the likes of Thierry Henry and Arsene Wenger, जिन लोगों
yeah.
ने बहुत सारे और आर्सेनल फैंस को चूतिया बनाया एक साल अच्छा खेल के तो तो बस वो लोग फंस गए बेचारे उधर और लाइक बट ठीक है दिस इज व्हाट इट इज एंड I have a lot more Liverpool fans than City fans, and I always thought that when these fuckers get to 20th, we will be at 25, but we're there, so it hurts more. Like
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
and yet see, some things are inevitable, and to be honest, people will say, "Yeah, 20th inevitable tha inevitable," but I thought it will take a lot more time, and Liverpool were like, काफी टाइम से बॉटल कर रहे थे लीग
And
ऑल
we
राइट
tried,
एंड
yeah. Mo bhai, that was the only season where we felt that our team was not up for the races. Or else जब भी हमने उनसे compete किया है, we have kept the Manchester pride alive. We fought.
या
जब आप नहीं लड़ पाए तो हम लड़ रहे थे उनसे. So
तो
yeah,
दैट्स व्हाई इट हर्ट मोर लाइक आई वाज लाइक यार
yeah,
क्या
of
है
course, of
यार
course.
इन लोग को एक चीज था हमारे पास एक चीज क्योंकि वो लोग ऑलरेडी चैंपियंस लीग में आ गए अब ये भी उन
Yeah,
लोग ने इक्वल कर लिया है तो आई वाज
yeah.
लाइक यार और मेरे को पता था पेप जिस तरह से खेल रहा था ना आई वाज लाइक मैन दीस गाइस आर गोना विन द ट्रेबल एंड दे डिजर्व टू विन द ट्रेबल बिकॉज़
They
दैट
could
टीम वाज
have
सो
won the quadruple भाई,
क्वाड्रुपल
if it not for वो जो वार डिसीजन हुआ ना भाई, स्टर्लिंग वाला, आई थिंक दे कुड हैव won the quadruple that year. क्योंकि चैंपियंस लीग से हम बाहर हुए थे, बाकी तो डोमेस्टिकली हम सारे ट्रॉफी जीत ही गए थे उस साल. बट
एग्जैक्टली
या,
सो
but
एनीवे
yeah, but thank you so much Mobai for having such a wonderful conversation with me. And I know आपका कुछ बहुत important काम भी है, you told me, and thank you so much for giving me that time. And yeah, looking forward to having these nice conversations with you very quick again. But for today, tonight, thank you so much, chat. Thank you so much, Mumbai. Now, this is the time where I end the stream, but we'll come back soon with another concept, with another guest, and another beautiful story to share. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye bye.